Welcome to Homebrew Magic, a video series about EDH where we do our best to build unique, fun, or just plain silly deck lists to play against each other, followed by a breakdown of how they did so we can all learn and get better at this game that we love.
This deck I brought tonight is chock full of cards I've never played before, because every card in it is from Tarkir Dragonstorm. This is my Boxing League deck.
Nice.
I picked Eshki Dragonclaw. It just occurred to me this must be a descendant of Yasova Dragonclaw from Fate Reforged.
Yes.
If anybody remembers that person with the hybrid, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, yeah, this was just the commander that I had the best support for in the box. We will all learn what she does together. Nelson, what'd you bring?
I already know what she does because she's going into Ramos.
Nice. Ramos.
I brought I
brought deck to play.
I don't bring deck card. I brought back an old friend. I just brought back my Sithis Enchantress deck, hoping that tonight Tej decided to not play Enchantress at the same time.
And yes,
So Sithis is back, and we'll see what Tej is playing.
I did not pull a farewell in my Tarkir Dragonstorm box.
You guys are never going to believe this, but I built a new deck.
Oh!
And hold on to your
And it's
seats.
Miglas.
No. It is an artifact deck, and it is a Jeskai artifact deck. I've never done this before other than the 3 times prior. I built Kaith, Famed Mechanist. She is a dwarf artificer. She looks like Billy Crystal and Danny DeVito are going to throw her from a train. She has Fabricate 1. Other non-token creatures I control have Fabricate 1. And then for 2 and tapping her, I can either populate or proliferate.
Keith Fratelli.
I was gonna go with a Fratelli reference myself, but
It's been years since I've seen Throw Mama from the Train, so I don't actually know.
she looks like the old woman from Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
She is yeah.
Pigeon Lady?
Yeah.
What set is she from?
That is Modern Horizon, or Modern Commander, or...
Modern Horizon?
No,
Modern Horizons 3,
Horizons
Commander.
3 Commander set. That's
the energy
yeah.
one.
Ah, got
With
it.
Sayith? The guy that makes the copies, the Jeskai.
Yeah,
that guy?
She's a hidden commander in that deck.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I bought her because I want populate or proliferate. It's neat. I like that. Tej, you won our roll-off, and therefore are the best Magic player.
That's true. What up, Pod Mind? It's your boy
Those
Tej.
are the rules.
Woo! And I'm here tonight with a new deck.
Hot!
Kind of.
Sorry, usually.
This is Tevel, the Balanced Scale.
Okay.
This is, yes, one of the first dragons I saw from the new set, and I immediately fell in love with it. It is, from what I can see online, one of the more popular commanders from the set that people are building around. I did not build around Tevel specifically. I just put Tevel at the head of my Mutate deck. I retired poor Vorosh the Hunter and threw in Tevel. Vorosh costs 6 mana to play and has a triggered ability where I need an additional 3 mana for it just to put counters on itself. Whereas Tevel only costs 4 mana to play, which is a lot cheaper and a lot easier of a thing to mutate onto, which means hopefully I can play my commander actually during mutate games.
Ah.
And also
Solid
Tevel,
upgrade.
yeah, and also Tevel has some relevant abilities. When it attacks, I mill 3 cards and I can return a land from my graveyard to the battlefield tapped. And whenever one or more cards leave my graveyard, I get a 2/2 black zombie druid creature token.
May or may not be able to spell relevant without Tabal.
Without Elvin.
Yeah. So
I think most of the letters are there.
I think he got it. I think he did good. So again, not abilities that I specifically built around, but they are a lot more incidental and useful than just put 6+0/+1 counters on Vorosh, a commander that's already super expensive to play. And I didn't want to make the choice of do I play my commander or do I play more mutate stuff and then just never see the commander. So I think Tevel is going to be a great addition to this deck. The deck itself did get a few changes. But the most exciting part is Tevel the Balanced Scale, brand new commander.
I'm excited.
I am too.
Check out these nipples.
Check out these. All right, and the game has begun.
Gross.
I will draw for my turn. I will start with a turn 1 Forest, leading into an Elvish Mystic. And I will pass to Chris.
All right. Draw for the turn. Frontier Bivouac will be my land for the turn. Enters tapped. Pass to Nelson.
All right, I too will untap, upkeep, and draw for turn. I'm going to play as Elfheim Palace tapped. Go Schnell.
I love Elfheim Palace. I'm just gonna draw. I'm gonna skip all that extra crap. Blast Zone enters the battlefield with a charge counter on it.
Cool.
Beyond that, go ahead, Teach.
Alright. Untap. Draw.
That's right. Charge counter sub theme.
I am going to play a card that everyone's going to love. Just absolutely love. Collector Oof.
Oof!
Activated abilities of artifacts can't be activated.
That's got a goof.
My land for turn will be Riveteer's Outlook, which I have to sacrifice immediately when it enters the battlefield. And get a Swamp or Forest, so I will do that and gain a life, but I will pass to Chris while I do.
Life Leader.
That's me.
Rookie move.
I know.
Draw for the turn. I'll play Mountain. Then I will cast Sunset Strike Master. It is a 2-mana, 3/1 human monk. Taps for a red, or 2 and a red tap sack. It deals 6 damage to target creature with flying.
Who's Zach?
Probably Tevils, if I had to guess.
Fair.
Go ahead, Nelson.
A red mana dork, huh?
Yep.
A mono red mana dork. I like it.
I do too.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw for turn. Forest will be my land for the turn. I'm going to pay 1. I'm going to cast Authority of the Consuls. Creatures my opponent's control enter the battlefield tapped, and whenever a creature enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, I gain a life. Go Schnell.
Untap. Keep drawing.
See.
Command Tower.
Will be that kind of
Will be land for the turn.
I kept a 2-land hand because I didn't want to get rid of the
And rather than
authority.
playing a tapped artifact creature that'll do nothing for nobody ever, go Teach.
Alright. Oh. Cancel. Faster. Fucking go. There it is.
Fuck and go.
Untap. Upkeep, draw. Land for turn will be Dreamroot Cascade. It enters tapped unless I control 2 or more other lands. I control 2 or more other lands. I am going to summon my Mighty Commander.
Nice.
Way too
Tell all
early.
the balanced scale. It's turn 3. It costs 4. It's
Enters
fine.
tapped.
It does enter tapped. 4/4
Sorry,
fly.
I'm used to Vorosh.
See if I can do this right. This healing.
Push the healing button. There you go.
Healing plus
Resolve.
resolve.
job,
Nice.
he's
Look at that.
learning.
Boom.
Nelson,
I'm not.
roll to combat.
Yep.
Attack you for 2.
Yep.
For touching his phone.
Pass turn.
Untap. Draw. Land for the turn will be... Probably gonna need one of these. Will be a forest. And then we will go blue, red, green, and another one. I will cast my commander, Eshki Dragonclaw. She is a 4/4 human warrior. Vigilance, trample, ward 1. At the beginning of combat on... Oh, she enters tapped, you gain a life.
Oh, I was prepared.
At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you've cast both a creature spell and a non-creature spell this turn, draw a card and put 2 1/1 counters on Eshki Dragonclaw. Pass turn.
Nice.
Did you gain your...
I
doing it.
get a
Yeah.
Healy plus resolve.
You have to be on
Alright.
the ball.
Untap.
All fucking game.
Okay.
Because of your dumb authority.
Boy, I need to find some mana. I'm going to go 2 and cast
Disagree.
Sterling Grove.
Oof.
Other enchantments I control have Shrewd. Pass the turn.
Shrewd is
Go Schnell.
Before the
Dwight Shrewd.
No.
Did you say Dwight Schrute?
Untap.
Yes, I did.
Land of the turn will be Spire of Industry. And then... Do you want to do anything else yet? Nope. We'll just keep things up because Jeskai doesn't have instant speed interaction. Go ahead, Teach.
Untap. Wait a minute.
Head games!
Hold on.
What kind of artifacts are instant
I
speed
just
interaction with
built.
with no activated abilities and ETB taps? I dare you.
Alright, I am going to move to combat. Chris.
Yes.
I'm going to attack you with Tevel the Balanced Scale. Whenever Tevel attacks, I mill 3 cards, then I can return a land card from my graveyard to the battlefield tapped. I mill a Soul Ring, a Season of Growth, and a Reflecting Pool.
But you already have a Riveteer's Overlook in the graveyard. That
I
seems
know.
cheating.
Oh, isn't that cool? That's why I put them in the deck!
Oh.
Riveteer's Outlook enters the battlefield tapped, but it doesn't have to tap, it just sacrifices itself when it triggers. So I'm going to sacrifice this, gain a land, and get another basic.
And that's not even on damage, that's just on attack trigger?
On attack. And whenever one or more cards leave my graveyard, which Riveteer's Outlook did, I get a zombie... Who's its token? A zombie druid.
Give me my token back.
No, I need it!
Since he's tapped and Nelson gains another life.
That is true. Healing. There. So Chris, you have 4 commander coming in.
Yes, I do. I'm not Nelson. I won't touch your phone.
Alright.
I'll just screw it up.
Commander.
I'm not in IT.
I deleted your SIM card? How did I...
Second main, I am going to... No, it's too early for that. I'm going to do this.
It's too early.
Second main, I'm going to play Voracious Bibliophile. Another new card to the deck. A 3/3 flying vigilant dragon. Whenever I cast a spell with 1 or more targets, I draw that many cards.
Somebody play that last week, or is that just on my brain?
It's been on my brain. It's a good...
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
It is.
It's a good book lover.
Alright, I will pass to Chris. I will heal my 1 life and fetch up another basic.
Oh boy.
And then I will also gain a life.
There's some real ramp going on.
I got
over
those
there.
2 already.
Oh, you hit that already.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Alright, untap. Draw. Urgh. Don't like all of this.
Do some graveyard hating.
Swamp or forest? I guess I'll get another swamp. Yes? Yeah.
Alright, I'll tap you for a red. Let's play land first.
So, T's dominating.
Weird, right?
Chris is handicapped going into this because he chose to
Red, green, blue.
build that.
Teamer Battlecrier.
He keeps tapped.
Tapped. It's a 4/3 Orc Ranger. During your turn, spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each creature you control with power 4 or greater. Currently, my spells cost 2 less.
He's doing it. I'm watching him like a hawk.
Honestly, I wish the app would just allow you to take negative damage as healing versus having to click an extra button.
I will tap this for a green. I will cast Claim Territory. It is the Omen half of Bloomvine Regent. Search your library for up to 2 basic forest cards, reveal them, put 1 onto the battlefield tapped and the other into your hand, then shuffle. So 2 basic forests. 1 into play, 1 into my hand.
I think that's the one I have where it's got the adult one on one side and the baby one on the other.
And then this gets shuffled in.
Go on.
You haven't seen those cards? There's like a bunch of dragons from the set have rare double face cards.
Oh.
But the art on one side is adult and
silly.
the art on the back is a baby.
Haven't seen those.
No.
I haven't seen those
That
either.
Ugin looks really weird.
Ugin is one of them, and then the rest of them are, I think, Omen dragons.
No. They put the omens on the backside?
They're not omens.
No,
it's-
they're not. It's just 2 sides. It's 1 card. It's not actually double faced.
Oh, you've been describing it like it was double faced this whole time.
It is double faced.
It's double faced in the sense that it's the same card on both sides.
Okay.
You just choose which art you want.
Ah.
Then I will move to combat.
Seems dumb.
Eshki will trigger.
A little bit.
I've cast both a creature and a non-creature this turn, so I will draw and put 2 1/1 counters on Eshki. Okay.
Hey.
I don't like either of your decks, but Tej is also in a problem right now. So I'll move to combat. Tej, I'll attack you for 6.
6.
Vigilance, Trample, Ward 1 Commander.
6?
Yes.
Alright, I'll take it. Hoorah! Command.
And then I will pass turn.
Alright. Excuse me. Untap. Keep and draw for turn. Oh, fuck. That's why you never keep a 2-lander.
But you're
Authority of the
commander.
consoles is a tempting temptress. I'm going to pay 2 and cast my commander. And then pass the turn to Schnell.
Before the end of your turn, I'm going to blue and 1, and I'm going to Serum Snare Tejas Ophi back to its hand. His hand, sorry, that was mean. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If that permanent had a mana value of 3 or less, I proliferate. I'm going to put an extra charge counter on the blast zone.
Is Blast Zone a specific number or that number in down?
Specific.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so right now it's
only
at
that
2.
number, yeah.
No, it does it too.
I will never forget the look on Mr. Hurley's face when I blast zoned, or I proliferated his blast zone.
To make it one
So,
higher so
yeah,
he
so it
couldn't
couldn't
do
kill
it.
my stuff.
Yeah, good times. Land for the turn will be this Shivan Reef. I don't have an artifact yet, so I can't do Spire of Industry mana, but I can Culling Dais. Allows me to sacrifice a creature and put a charge counter on it, or I can pay 1 and sacrifice the Dais, draw a card for each charge counter uponst. And colorless for a tapped core tapper. This can be tapped to put a charge counter on target artifact, or I can sacrifice to put 2 charge counters on target artifact. Go ahead, Tejas.
That'll gain me a life.
Alright. Untap.
Nelson, you're going the wrong way.
Yeah. It won't be for long.
3, 4, 5. That's not enough yet.
For what's?
Come on, deck. I'm not gonna lie, this deck curving out pretty good. Not that good, but pretty good for a boxing league deck.
Yeah, again, my box did not pull the cards I needed to be able to.
I'm going to move to combat. I'm going to attack Nelson, being life leader. For commander. When I attack, I mill.
Sucker.
1, 2, 3.
Draw a tree
Arcane
speaker.
Denial, Forest, and Jorga Tree Speaker. I can return a land. Oh, from my river to the battlefield tapped. Oh, that was my plan. Okay. I'll still get that Riverteer's Outlook. I forgot the tapped part.
You made a big deal about how
I did.
it
Yeah.
doesn't need to be tapped for
I'm
your
aware.
land. Okay.
I'm aware.
But you were there.
I was.
You were there the whole time.
I was there the whole time. Nelson, 4
What?
flying.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Commanding.
Yeah.
Second name, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I don't remember how many lands I put in here.
I'm just thinking of the Always Sunny Making a Murderer with Charlie being interviewed.
Did you see the Irish whiskey commercial with them guys?
No.
It has all 3 of them. Charlie Day and
Rob.
Rob McElhenney and
Glenn Howerton.
yes.
So, I will
That's pretty good.
simply
Alright.
pass the turn over to Chris. I'll gain my life and get my basic.
Draw for turn.
Ew. This time we'll find a forest.
I don't like you using Riveteer's Outlook every single round. Feels like too
It
much.
feels good, doesn't it?
I don't like it happening. I don't like watching it happen. I don't like the feelings inside of me while it happens.
We'll move to combat. Schnell.
Why?
Because I haven't attacked you yet. I'm going counterclockwise.
Okay.
Attack you for 6, Commander.
Yep. Got it.
Commander, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nelson, I will heal you 1.
If I have to justify every decision I make in a game of Magic, we're going to be here a very long time because I can't do
Well,
it.
when
I'm getting
Tej
a-
wins,
Oh, you're getting another one.
Yeah.
Okay.
because you're unwilling to hit him.
I hit
in the
him
sake
last
of
turn.
fairness.
He won't win.
Here. Wow. Cut that. Show him his boss.
I gain 1 life from my Thornwood Falls.
Got it.
And then I will pass turn.
All right. I will untap my 2 lands.
Nelson, could you play some
draw.
Magic too?
Yep, gonna try. Hey, we found a land. All right.
Pass.
Pass. I'm gonna pay 2 white. I'm gonna cast Gossamer Chains. I can return it to my hand and target unblocked creature, return the chains to my hand and target unblocked creature deals no combat damage this turn. That will trigger set this. I will gain a life and draw a card.
It begins!
Healing plus resolve. All right.
Now I can start smacking Nelson around and feel good about it too.
7. All right. I will move to my end step and pass the turn to Schnell.
Alright.
1, you say.
Untap. Upkeep, draw. Land for the turn will be this island. We will tap Core Tapper to put a charge counter on target artifact. I'm going to put a charge counter on Culling Dice. Dice?
Teaches all your stuff on your commander. That's an attack trigger, right?
It has 1 attack trigger, and it has a trigger
The
whenever
land.
1 or more cards leave my graveyard.
Okay. The attack trigger is the milling.
Yep.
Okay.
White, blue, and a life, and 1. Supreme Verdict.
Did you pay a life, you said?
I did. For Spire of Industry. Destroy all creatures. Supreme Verdict can't be countered.
Yeah, that's fine.
In response, I'm going to sack Core Tapper to put 2 more charge counters on the dais.
So you have no response?
I have no response.
Alright, I have a response. 3, 4, 5, 6. I will cast a Bewildering Blizzard. Draw 3, creatures your opponents control get -3, -0 until end of turn. That's all. Just draw 3.
Resolves.
Sure.
No, my stuff! A Teamer Battlecry was kind of important.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna do some Teamer Battlecrying now.
Go ahead, Tej.
Now the board.
I'm on board.
Untap. Draw for turn.
It's
Oh, my mana elf.
pronounced Melf.
Oh, my elf. I was literally counting on that mana.
Supreme Verdict's just a good board wipe.
It's
I
not
like
a
that
bad
guy.
one.
I like that guy.
Alright, I regret everything that just happened now.
Is that a Return to Ravnica?
It is.
Right? Where it was
Yeah.
first printed?
Yep.
5.
This was in the pile of cards that I had set aside after sorting Return to Ravnica because I'm like, I'm going to build a Detain deck. And then eventually I went, I'm not going to build a Detain deck.
There's this blue
whoa.
enchantment from
What's
that
going on?
set. I don't
Play
remember what
Dirty
it's
Rat.
called, but I think it's every time
I don't know why
it's
I'm
an
playing
enchant
that
land,
with
and
Flash.
every time the land is tapped for mana, the
Got it.
land's owner mills 1.
Yeah.
I was like, God, that'd be a
Okay.
fun card if you could play more than one.
ETB's tapped and Nelson gains a life.
Thank you.
I will remember board state if no one else
Didn't
will.
realize we were. Which one is that?
Dirge
Dirge
Bat.
Bat?
Whenever it mutates, it's a destroy target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. It's just a bat.
Man.
Just a bat in the world.
Come on. I don't want to do this either, but I will. Just to get this out of my hand. 3 mana. I'll cast a Roamer's Routine. Search the library for basic land, put it on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle, and it has Harmonize.
Almost.
I couldn't keep it alive.
Hey, thanks for picking up on that.
Yeah.
I can't match pitch to save my life.
You're not
We're not
supposed
matching
to.
pitch, we're harmonizing.
Oh, sorry, I can't do that either.
I love us.
Next week is my turn with the brain, though.
Okay.
I really need it. Harmonize is a good ability, though.
It is.
It is. Agreed.
I will. I might as well do this now. Frost Cliff Siege. When it enters, choose Jeskai or Teamer. I will choose Jeskai. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card.
Choosing Jeskai in the Teamer deck? Come on now.
I know. I'm a monster. Pass turn.
Hate to see it.
Alright, untap. And draw for
The
turn.
Teamer half is creatures you control get +1/+0 and have trample and haste. Both decent.
Alright, Canopy Vista will be my land for the turn. It will enter untapped because I control 2 or more basic lands. I'm going to pay 4. I'm going to cast Smothering Tithe. Go Schnell.
Damn it. Untap. Upkeep. Grr. Reliquary Tower will be my land for the turn. Red. And 4 for Combustible Gearhulk. When this creature enters, target opponent may have you draw 3 cards. If that player doesn't, you mill 3 cards, and then this creature deals damage to that player equal to the total value of those cards. Chris, I choose you, Pikachu.
Draw 3.
Wow.
You save yourself some damage.
I figured.
Yeah. ETB's tap, Nelson Gates
I've
life.
seen your decks.
Go ahead. Teach.
Untap. Untap that. Draw a card. Line of War Wastes.
Do you have enough mana to do the thing now?
No. But I didn't earlier either. I was completely forgetting. I only have 1 blue source.
I was literally counting on that. And something I didn't have.
Yep. But I can summon Tevil again. So I will. Enters tapped. Nelson heals. Boop. Smothering Tithe. Is that any draw?
Oh shit!
I don't remember.
Totally forgot I had that on the board.
I'm not-
Yeah,
I
so
can't-
you drew.
I
Yeah,
can't pay
it's
for it anyway.
it's any draw.
Yeah.
The 2 treasures.
Yeah.
He couldn't have paid for it anyway.
No, wouldn't have. I could have. Because
could
the
have,
draw
but
was
he wouldn't
before
have,
I
yeah.
Coulda, but didn't. Is whenever we
Yeah,
pay.
whenever an
draw a
opponent
card,
draws a card, you
Okay.
may
pay
two.
2.
Yeah.
Assuming he remembers the treasures.
Yeah.
Because of that audacity, I will attack you for 3 flying.
Okay.
And all that life.
I'm gonna bounce Gossamer Chains to my hand.
And do what?
It deals no combat damage this turn.
Alright. Pass turn.
Does Gossamer Chains have to target an attacking creature, or is it just target creature deals no
Target
damage?
unblocked creature.
Okay.
So it has to be an
It
attacking
does target
creature.
though.
It does target.
Good to know.
So you have to get past his ward and his
I
commander.
I do. I dubitably.
Forced to be my land for the
So
turn.
the Oracle text is return this enchantment to its owner's hand. That is the cost you pay. Prevent all combat damage that will be dealt by target unblocked creature this turn. So
I will cast a Constrictor Sage. Oh, wait.
Oh, when you drew
I
for
don't wanna
turn,
do
do you
that.
want to pay 2?
No. No, I don't want to cast this. I looked at the mana cost wrong.
See, it's not just me.
Sorry, I was looking at the renew cost.
Yes, you're in good company already.
I'll just cast this instead. It's kind of a throwaway, but we're going to do it. Sorry. This is the thing I wanted to cast. Unsparing Boltcaster. It's just a 3/3. It's when it enters, deals 5 to target creature and opponent controls those dealt damage this turn. But it's not nothing. So it's,
It is tapped, yep.
Yes.
And Nelson gains a life.
Yep.
and then I'll pass turn.
Okay. So I remember that at least. I am not. My brain is not braining.
5 to creature with opponent.
Because you drew 3
Oh,
off.
so now it's just a 3/3 vanilla.
You drew 3 off the Gear Hulk, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
So that
That's
should have been 3 more.
Ah.
I'm not here today. Untap, upkeep, and draw. Okay.
Now, all of your mana problems are gone.
Correct.
Oh,
I'm gonna catch it all in.
All in.
Quick, Tej Ophi, so he can't use any of his treasures. Nah, it doesn't stop mana abilities.
Alright, I'm
It
gonna pay.
might stop
Yeah, it
his.
can't be activated.
Oh, I thought it didn't have. It doesn't have the
No.
mana disclaimer.
I'm gonna pay
Can't be
4 to
activated. Nice.
recast my.
That's why it's such a
Commander.
bitch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna crack 2 treasures to recast Gossamer Chains. That will trigger Sithis. I will gain a life and draw a card.
Trig, you dig? God. 47.
Gross.
Yeah, Authority of the Council is done.
I'm gonna crack
Needs to die.
4 more treasures and cast Archon of Sun's Grace. Pegasus creatures I control have lifelink and it's got Constellation. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under my control, I create a 2/2 Pegasus creature token with flying. It itself is a 3/4 flying lifelink. Alright. I will move to combat, leave combat, move to my end step, and pass turn to Sean.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. Nothing. Draw.
Will you pay the 2?
Won't.
Shan't.
Shan't not, can't not. Choose no.
Nope.
Balls.
Double balls.
So we need this. This feels important. Fogbank. 0/2 defender flying, prevent all combat damage that will be dealt to and by Fogbank.
Prevent that 0 damage.
Well, the damage to the Fogbank is the damage I care about.
I'm aware. Alright. I like that card quite a bit.
Okay.
I like the Velociraptor
It's
art
no
from
guard gums though.
It
That's
is not a guard Gomazo. We will also.
Oh, enters tapped.
Got it, fixed it. Golem Foundry. Whenever I cast an artifact spell, I may put a charge counter uponst, and I can remove 3 charge counters to create a 3/3 Golem artifact creature token on the battlefield. And lastly, another creature, so Nelson gains another life, but it'll be an Iron Apprentice, which will enter with a +1/+1 counter on it, and it'll give a charge counter to the thing I just was reading. Because of words. So, charge counter. Plus. It enters with 1, and then if it dies, if it had any counters on it, I put those counters on target creature I control. Do I want to hit someone with my first strike, or do I want to leave it up as a blocker? We'll leave it up as a bitch. Go ahead, Teach.
Pass turn. Untap.
Don't
Yeah.
like.
Anything?
Will you pay the deuce?
I will not.
There's so many cards that are just absurdly good because they weren't designed with Commander in mind. And then there are the other end of the spectrum where it's because they were designed with Commander in mind.
Yeah, right.
They are stupid good.
I will run that collector oof back out.
Okay.
So does that turns off my...
You cannot
treasures.
sacrifice your treasures for mana.
Okay.
But you will gain a life.
Yep.
I didn't want to have
When
glasses on it.
you've got a flyer.
I do have a flyer.
He has a 3/4 flyer.
3/4. 3/4.
I have a 3rd floor flyer.
Yeah, you can swing into it and kill
I
it.
can swing into it, and I think I'm gonna. Nelson will attack you for 4 flying.
Sure.
When that attacks, I mill 3.
Sure.
Springheart Nantuko.
Calm down.
Oh,
It's just a gossamer chains.
Death Ray Shaman.
Sure.
Sure.
Then I can put a land from my graveyard onto the battlefield tapped.
Yes.
Guess?
I'll be guess wrong.
Oh, Reflecting Pool.
Yep, guess wrong.
Because I can't find an island with my Riveteers. Who's its? That will get me a Zombie Druid, which will enter tapped.
That will get me alive.
You're up to 51.
God damn it. All right.
Alright, 4 flying coming at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna bounce the Gossamer Chains to my hand.
Prevent that damage.
Prevent that damage, dog.
Prevented! I will then pass turn.
At the end of your turn.
Go on.
3, 4, 5. I will flash in Whirlwing Stormbrood. It's a 4/3 dragon with flying. And then it also says you may cast sorcery spells and dragon spells as though they had flash. So you gain a life. Alright. Draw for the turn.
Will you pay the 2?
I do not know yet.
Right now his treasures do nothing. Let him have as many as he wants.
It is true.
Yeah, you can have the treasure.
Thanks. All goes according to plan.
According to King Kaku.
Land for the turn will be a mountain.
How many different legendaries did you get in your box? Do you know? Off the top of your head? Ballpark?
This box was weird because I got that weird run of where I got the white mono white Anafenza and the mono black Sidisi. I got 3 packs that had both of them in it.
Nice.
So I got a couple copies each of those. I got one of the dragons, the Irimi.
Okay.
One.
Arini.
Yeah, and then
Magicarini.
who's the 3-drop Sarkin? Not Sarkin.
Mono red Sarkin?
Not him. I didn't get him. The mono green. Surak, Dragonclaw.
Ah, okay.
And then a few of like the rare.
Okay. Again, I'm upset because your deck seems to work, and I literally only had 4 different legendaries of like the 8 legendaries I drew or pulled.
You pulled a lot of duplicates.
Well, different treatments at least, but yes.
Yeah. I think I had a weird collation thing with mine. I
Yeah.
think with them dumb things.
Of the rare cycle, I got 2 copies of each of the 2 that I did get, and then 2 copies of Sarkhan, 2 copies of Surak.
I will cast Constrictor Sage. When this creature enters, tap target creature an opponent controls, put a stun counter on it. This will enter tapped, you gain a life, but then I will tap your Archon. And it will get a stun counter.
Does that just come off on my upkeep, or how does stun counter?
When you would untap it for any reason, whether it be
Yeah, okay.
untap step
Gotcha.
or outside, you remove a counter instead.
Got it.
Then I will move to combat. Nelson, I will attack you with a 3/3 on the ground and a 4/3 in the air.
Okay. No blocks.
Okay.
7.
Frostcliff Siege triggers, and I draw a card. It's 1 or more creatures. So I draw 1 card.
Will you pay the 2?
No.
Okay.
Nelson's down to 46.
I'm trying.
No.
3, 4, 5. Not quite enough for that. And I played a land this turn. Green, red. Gain another life, Nelson. Undergrowth Leopard. It is a 2/2 with Vigilance, and I can pay colorless and sack it to disenchant. Pastor.
You want to pop his Sterling Grove right away?
Alright, oops, sorry.
You know what? I do want to
comes
do
off.
that right now. That's a good idea.
Oh. You actually listen to me. I'm scared.
No, I forgot. I didn't. I just realized
So you're
as you
doing this
said it
on
that
your
it's
end
not a
still?
tap. It's not a tap effect.
Okay.
Because while he was tapped out, was a good time to do it.
So are you done?
Yes.
So now it's my turn.
We're done.
I was just making sure I didn't want to go further. Right.
Go all the way.
Consent is always appreciated.
Yes.
Okay. Let's
6 mana.
see here. I'm gonna pay 2. I'm gonna cast Destiny Spinner. Creature and enchantment spells I control cannot be countered.
Boo.
That's an enchantment. That's gonna trigger Sithis. I will gain a life and draw a card. It's also going to trigger my Archon, so I will get a Pegasus. I'm just gonna put this here so I remember, just in case I can do more this turn.
I'm trying to remember if I have any kind of mass removal in this deck.
I'm gonna pay 1, and I'm gonna attempt to Swords your Oofy.
Swords the oof. Oof badoof.
Using a lot of words that aren't in response.
I gain life equals power. I do have a life. I do have a response to that. I'm gonna cast Beast Within, and I'm gonna blow up your Smothering Tithe.
Okay.
You get a beast. Here, have one.
That goddamn thing was dancing.
How kind of you.
I feel like the level of respect at this table has dropped just
Precipitously.
fucking cratering.
Oof gets exiled, I gain 2 life. I didn't mean for it to be disrespectful, but it's real funny.
No kissing on the lips. Your beast token's on the dresser. Play that idea all of a sudden.
Almost. I was just gonna say almost as good as for 3 mana you can touch it.
Yeah. I will probably have that playmat done by the time that episode goes up. I'll be your companion. For 3 mana you can touch it.
That's so good.
That's what it's gonna say on the playmat.
Good.
Can I have a copy of it? I will pay for it handsomely.
I was gonna say you better, because those things aren't cheap.
I'm gonna pay a white and crack a treasure for white to recast Gossamer Chains. That will trigger Sithis. It'll gain a life. Oh my god! Draw a card. They'll give me a second Pegasus. Land for turn will be an overgrown farmland.
Trim those bushes.
Okay.
I'm
I'm gonna crack my last 3 treasures, and I'm going to cast Captured by Legax on your commander.
Gax!
It can't attack or block.
But that's how I do my thing.
And
then I bolster.
you support too.
Support 2, thank you.
Bolstering is shit. Supporting is okay.
I'm going to put
Each
one
of us a
plus one
2
counter here, and another one.
Would you like to borrow actual plus
actual
one
plus one plus ones?
just to keep them?
Great, thank you. So you get a +1/+1, and you get a +1/+1. That will trigger Sithis and the Archon. So it'll be a 3rd Pegasus. I will gain a life and draw a card.
Damn it,
2,
Chewbacca.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, I will move to combat. I will leave combat and move to my end step. Pass to Schnell, and then I will get my Pegasus tokens.
Untap. Upkeep. Nothing. Draw. Okay, I have 6 mana. Other things I want to do. So we will start with a Flux Channeler. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, proliferate. Do I have any creatures or non-creatures to cast? Not really. Kind of cowardly. Go ahead, teach.
Alright. Untap Tevil. Untap my lands. Untap my druid. It's a zombie. Draw this guy. Hey, you're an arcane signet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
You don't have to
6, 7,
tell
6,
us.
5, 6. Yeah, but I can play it.
This thing might have to go into my Hilda deck when I build it.
Oh yeah, you are going full stun counters, and then
Okay,
exile
so good.
from graveyard to tap. That's
1, 2, 3, 4,
pretty
5,
solid.
6. I will play a Consecrated Sphinx.
Understaffed.
Be cool if I still had that smothering.
I know, right?
Whenever an opponent draws a card, you may draw 2 cards.
That's right. You don't even have to pay the 2. I just get them. I think I am not going to attack anyone this turn, and I'm just going to pass over to Chris.
It's Easter, not Passover.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
was
say we
just going to make that same joke.
That's over.
It's my turn with the brain.
Right, draw for turn.
And its name is so.
Island is my land
There
for
are
the
dick marks on this brain I got, guys. What have you been doing to it?
I told my brother-in-law I had to babysit this morning because my wife needed to give me my Easter present, and I am risen.
Users and indeed.
He thought it was really funny.
How many
I've never
Pegasus
seen my
tokens do you have?
mother-in-law's
I have
face
3
so red.
Pegasus tokens.
Hey, you drew a card.
I did.
Huzzah.
I mean, I wanted to pop my Culling Dias to draw 3, but now I don't want to.
You can. I
2
can.
East.
I may draw 2. I might not. You never know.
Or maybe Chris just kills the fucking.
Yeah, maybe Chris kills
Nelson,
the
I will
fucking-
attack you with these 2 creatures.
Maybe Chris kills the
A
fucker.
4/4 and a 3/3. On the ground. On the ground.
No blocks.
Alright. You get to draw 2 more cards, buddy.
I may.
Space Bro.
I will.
Really helping the cause here, Chris. Just filling his hand with like an extra hand.
It's called a handy. Giving him a handy.
Giving him handies. Tossing them out left.
You're
and
all,
right.
you're all my friends. You're all going to give me handies. You never pay for them. I just get them.
Yeah, we're gonna pass a turn here.
Okay. I will untap. I will draw for the turn. 5, you say. Land for the turn will be another forest.
I liked it better when Nelson didn't have lands.
Yeah, that was real good times. When he was only still.
I'm going to pay
You get
5.
to have
annoying.
Sithis or lands.
And
not
I'm
both.
going to cast ECD targeting your Consecrated Sphinx.
Elspeth commits
that
tax
do?
fraud.
Elspeth conquers death. Chapter 1. Exile target permanent and opponent controls with converted mana cost 3 or greater.
But
But
Yeah.
that's a permanent. With
exile? Is it going
Exile.
to come back?
No.
Please?
No.
No, Elspeth
Read
conquered
the
death.
rest of
No.
EOC.
Sphinx didn't.
Chapter 2. Non-creature spells my
AOC.
opponents cast cost 2 more to cast until my next turn. And number 3. Return target creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Put a +1/+1 counter or a loyalty counter on it. Uponst it.
Thank you.
That will trigger Sithis. I will gain a life, and I will draw a card.
For no other
It
reason
will also trigger the Archon.
than to appease my form of autism. Every time I see a baby on board sticker, I want to make my own that just says "child with inst."
I just sing Baby on Board.
I mean, that's always playing in the back of my mind. The B Sharps was the greatest band ever. But yeah, every time my brain just goes "baby with" or "child with inst." Can't stop it.
You ever see the awesome sticker on minivans that say stuff like "hella kids up in this bitch, if one rolls out, please honk"?
I will move to combat,
No! But I've been combating you.
and then I will leave combat.
Attaboy.
And then I will Pass turn show.
Am I magic?
Before the end of your turn,
We are magic. We are gathering.
I'm going to.
We are the. I'm bad at this game.
No, you're fine.
No, I'm going to save it. I'm not going to do anything. I'm a liar. Okay. Untap. During my upkeep, nothing.
What are we saving?
Draw.
He
Magic
was
cards.
Looking at my stuff, and
I was going to lightning bolt one of his things, and
You
I
shouldn't
decided
have.
not to.
No, you shouldn't have.
I didn't.
Good.
That Archon's getting out of hand. No
Little
lies.
Yeah, I can't deal with that. Lightning bolt only does 3 damage, and that has...
Maybe your good friend Tej will deal the rest of the damage.
Maybe my good friend Tej.
Maybe your good friend Tej is just as dangerous as me.
Not seeing it.
No.
He was like one blue mana away from doing something.
I was one blue mana away from consecrated
Blue.
Sphinx. That was it.
Blue and 1 for an ingenious prodigy. It is going to enter with a, because I paid 1,
And counter.
a +1/+1 counter on it. At the beginning of my upkeep, if it has 1 or more counters on it, I may remove 1 or more counters on it if I do draw a card. So it's a 1/1. I will then pay 4 for a Darksteel Reactor.
Oh.
It is a non-creature spell, so I proliferate.
Uh-oh. Is that the win the game one?
At the beginning of my upkeep, I may put a charge counter on Darksteel Reactor.
At the beginning of your upkeep, you may win the game.
No, actually, the second line, which probably won't come into play. When it has 20 or more counters on it, I win.
But you proliferate.
A bit sometimes. Nelson, you gained your 1 off the Prodigy?
I did, yes, thank you.
It has no charge counters and no current way for me to put charge counters upon-st. No children with inst. Go Teach, go.
So weird.
Untap.
Again, I don't pay taxes. I will never hold a job. I can't use the bathroom unassisted.
Length for turn, Deathcap Glade.
Good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That authority of the consoles is still out there.
Yep.
I don't even remember what's in this deck. Hopefully some more enchantment removal.
I should have cast my commander by now, but coming into play tapped doesn't help me.
It is a bummer.
Yeah.
I think what I will do is...
Plus, I have like 3 or 4 things that double her trigger. So until I draw one of those, I don't need to cast her.
Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Discard, that's all okay. Yeah. I'm gonna play Dothy Voidwalker. 3/2 Shadow. If a card would be put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, instead exile it with a void counter on it.
Uh-oh.
Then I can tap it, not now, but later, and sacrifice it to choose a card exiled with an opponent controls with a void counter on it. I can play that card this turn without paying its mana cost.
Things real okay.
9 manas. I am still not liking my attacks or blocks anymore, so I will move to my end step. I will discard.
Okay.
Necro
I have
Blossom Snarl.
some end of turn stuff.
Yeah, maybe I'll hold on to this. Depends on what you do.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will flash in Karakik Guardian. It is a 6/5.
Sure.
You get
Yep, I got
6/5 flying vigilance trample dragon. This creature has hexproof if it hasn't dealt damage yet.
Yeah. Silly.
And then I will also I can cast sorceries at instant speed, so I will harmonize this Roamer's routine.
You can? Why?
This dragon.
That thing.
You may cast sorcery spells and dragon spells as though they have
Yeah.
flash.
Okay.
So I will harmonize that for another basic.
That checks out.
I mean, you didn't ask how he flashed in his dragon.
You're right, I didn't.
That's it.
Not
That's
sure,
all I'm
not
doing.
sure what that means, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Move to discard. I will discard Necroblossom Snarl and an island.
things. Cards and things and cards and things.
Boots and cats.
Draw for turn.
And boots and cats. Oh, this has
This
3
is backwards.
counters on it.
That's
Apologies.
untenable.
1 for casting an artifact.
Oh yeah.
And I proliferated.
Shao did.
Shouty.
Ooh. Your Archon is a 4/5 currently?
Yes. Correct.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, that's real. He's going real wide. Archon goes tall. The rest go wide.
This is 2 favorite strategies in one deck.
Yeah. They're gonna be looking for creatures.
I'm going to cast Knockout Maneuver. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control, then it deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. So I'll put a 1/1 counter on the constrict. 2 things would. 2 Pegasi would still kill this thing. I'll put it on the Constrictor and have it deal 5 to the Archon.
I think that's so much value for you.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Alright, don't forget that your things get exiled instead of going to graveyards.
Yep.
Oh, yep. Sorry.
I'm just gonna...
That is a valuable card.
Can we all agree now that we should probably get rid of the Voidwalker before
Why?
he just starts?
You're playing enchantments. What are
Taking
you?
everything.
What are you gonna get back?
Red, green, blue.
Nothing. That's what.
You can cast
I don't want you
creatures
to
or
have
one-
I
everything.
can cast everything.
I don't want you to
Everything
have
or one
Choose,
thing?
choose an exiled card an opponent owns with a void counter.
Yeah,
on
I
it.
don't want you to get everything from you. You've now got your resources plus 3 other people's.
Recast my commander.
No.
Dothy Voidwalker is a good card.
This enters tapped and you gain a life.
All right. Was it your commander you recasted?
Damn it. I've been planning on my turn and then I just realized Elspeth's story is gonna fuck
What is
my
this?
whole-
What's it do?
Non-creature spells my opponent's cast cost 2 more until my next turn. On my next turn. It'll tick up to that.
Gotcha.
On my turn.
On my next turn, till my next turn, and then at the end of my next turn.
Upon to end within my next
Yes.
turn.
I will move to combat.
In the area around and surrounding.
When I move to combat,
My turn.
I have cast a non-creature on a creature spell this turn. She will get 2 1/1 counters, and I will draw a card. Can't attack or block.
Correct.
And a dirge bat.
My Fogbank, Combustible Gearhulk.
Fogbank flies, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't do anything about this bat.
It blocks the largest flyer coming at me every round.
Um,
Every turn.
Tej, the 6/5 Flying Vigilance Trample will come at you. It does have hexproof until it deals damage, and the 4/3 will go at Nelson.
It has hexproof until it deals.
And that 4/3 is a flyer as well.
Yes.
Let it deal damage, and then in response, you can't because
All right.
priorities are.
Does anything happen if it hits me?
I would draw from Frostcliff Siege, but that's it. It's just 4 damage. It's not commander.
Okay. But you would get
I
another
draw.
card.
He gets a trigger from his enchantment.
Yeah, okay. No blocks.
I also think I have the blocks. Alright, move to damage.
He would take 4,
Hold on.
you would take 6.
Okay. I'm going to
Oh, you're gonna Gossamer Chain something?
1, 2, 3, 4,
during-
5,
yeah,
6,
after blocks. Okay.
4. Do I want to do that? Yeah. I'll bounce the chains back to my hand to prevent the combat damage from the unblocked creature that's coming at me.
Okay.
So just 6 to me.
Yes.
I draw a card.
Gossamer Chain's real good.
It is. I should build an enchantment deck that has white in it and put one in.
I'll still never build an enchantment deck. I might have an enchantment deck. Have I never built an
I
enchantment
was gonna say, I'm starting to, a lot of my most recent decks have been artifact decks.
Yeah.
So maybe you should,
I should build an enchantment.
Yeah.
I
Can you
should
double check the Archon? The Pegasus are just, they're not enchantment creatures, right? They're just creature tokens. Pegasus
white
token.
Pegasus creature. No
Okay,
enchantment.
Thank you.
And they no longer have lifelink.
What
Correct.
if instead of an enchantment deck, though, and hear me out, I build another Jeskai artifact deck?
Go on.
This one will be a
I don't
slightly different.
hate the idea.
This one will be a slightly different win con than the previous.
I'll
seven.
pass turn.
All right, Chris.
Yes.
You and I are arch nemesis.
What does that have to do with anything?
Listen,
He's just building
you
up
have until
to
the end of the game to discover why. I'm just throwing it out there.
Okay.
All will be revealed. I know.
Is it because of game stats?
It's because of something.
Okay.
I am suddenly very furious at Chris,
Untap.
and all of my attentions will be on him forthwith.
Oh, perfect.
Keep and draw.
After it's like my childhood and first marriage again. I'm in trouble all the time, and I don't fucking know why.
Nelson drew. So story chapter 2.
Yep. So now we go. Boop. Non-creature spells my opponent's cast
What did I
cost
do?
2 more to cast until my next turn.
You know what you did.
I really don't.
I know what you did, you son of a bitch, you goddamn hooker.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, yeah. We're gonna go 4. 1, 2, 3.
I gave you it. Whoa!
I caught it.
Wow.
Holy shit!
That was
Pause it.
still.
Hell of a.
Just leave
All right.
some.
Okay. We've cleaned up Tija's wine mess.
Tej was reenacting his favorite scene from Beverly Hills Ninja.
And it was
Whoa,
real good.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Okay, so Nelson tapped 4.
All right, I have tapped 4, and I will be playing a Felidar Retreat.
Oh, that's good.
That will trigger Sithis.
Me.
I will gain a life.
I am
and
triggered.
And draw a card.
Oh, you're gonna have a long turn this game.
Oh yeah,
I'm
the
positive.
wine turn.
The wine turn.
I will play a forest as my land for the turn. That will trigger Felidar Retreat. I will get a 2/2.
How detailed
Cat
do the
beast
stats get?
token?
Can you see what every turn was?
There's a game log.
Okay. So you could go in and just say minus the super long turn.
You know what? I could actually.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay 1, and I'm going to cast Soul Warden.
All right, board wipe time. I don't know if I have
I mean, I'd
He
already,
dies to commander damage. It's
I already
fine.
supremed my verdict.
I'm going to pay 2, and I'm going to cast Sanctum Weaver. I'm going to gain 2 life, 1 from Soul Warden, 1 from Sithis. I'm going to draw a card from Sithis.
But Gossamer Chains in hand.
Gossamer Chains is in hand. Come at me, brah.
It's wide open.
Come back.
Gaping even.
You know.
Yeah.
We should learn more words eventually.
We know all the good ones.
We know all the good.
All right, I'm going to move to combat. I'm going to remove
partial to
myself from
wide
combat. Then move my end step and pass the Schnell, and then create a 2/2 Cat Beast.
Okay. Untap. During my upkeep, at the beginning of my upkeep, if this has a 1 or more +1/+1 counter on it, I may remove a counter, and if I do, draw a card. And also, I may put a charge counter on Darksteel Reactor, so I will.
1 o'clock.
Alright, draw from that. Draw for my turn.
I miss my Sphinx.
Yeah, no, it would have been real good. All my non-creatures cost 2 more
Until your next turn.
until his next turn.
That's-
Land for the turn will be Cascade Bluffs.
Is it your opponents or all?
Opponents.
Okay.
I'm gonna pay 5. I'm going to Volt Charge that because it has a 3 toughness. And you've been flashing too much stuff.
Keep it in your pants.
When I cast,
I could have had a response, but not in conjunction with his saga.
I will
over
take your
there.
gold charge.
Conjunction.
When I cast a non-creature, I proliferate. So I'll put an extra charge counter there, and an extra charge counter there, and 1 there, and a counter there, and a counter there. Do I want to click that one up? No, 2 seems like it gets a lot of Nelson's board. We'll leave it at 2.
Weird.
And then Spell Resolution, I proliferate again. Correct. That is the That's the right grunty noise. So, Darksteel Reactor is up to 3 after 1 turn. Unfortunately, that's all I've got. I will not be going to combat because I'm a big old bitch, and I'm going to pass to my good friend, bigger old bitch.
Untap.
Somebody kill that Void Walker.
I'm trying, but now you can just sack it in response and do the thing anyway. But yes, it's...
Well, good. At least it's off the board then.
But now he has a Lightning Bolt Proliferate effect.
Land for turn is an island.
He's unkillable.
I don't know. He's got that dragon. I
try.
could let him flash in sorceries and dragons. It's kind of good.
I do have 1 dragon and 1 sorcery.
It's
in this
already,
deck.
it's already out.
You only have 1 sorcery.
I do. Yeah, I only have 1 sorcery.
Teach
in this
doesn't
deck,
play
and that
sorceries.
and that wasn't intentional.
He doesn't play sorceries because he loves to say before the end of your turn, and he can't go before the end of your turn sorcery.
Yeah, but
You can with that dragon.
46 creatures in this deck. There's a lot of creatures in this deck.
Like, I had a response in my hand, but I
1,
couldn't
2, 3,
because
4,
it
5,
costs
6,
2 more
7,
right now.
8,
Yeah.
10.
Sorry, I had to get rid of the Consecrated Sphinx.
Yeah,
because no
that's-
one else was doing that.
You didn't know. I could have lightning bolted it and
That's
then
true.
passed.
That's true. That's true.
My
You could have
old
half-
standby.
You could have halved it.
Give it an old half wad. And...
I gotta find something else to do.
Alright. Your enchantments do not have hexproof or
No, they
shroud
do
or
not.
anything like that.
That is correct.
Neither do mine.
Okay.
Neither do mine.
But they can't be countered,
That is correct.
which is an issue on my turn with all those things you have on the battlefield currently. That was a joke. Laugh. That's so funny.
I am going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I should go with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to mutate Trumpeting Gnar. Underneath my bat, because I like my bat. Whenever this creature mutates, I create a 3/3 beast creature token, and whenever this creature mutates, destroy target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. I'm going to target that Sanctum Weaver.
That's dumb.
Get woven.
I mean, it's a good one.
Yeah, that's an
That's dumb.
excellent choice.
That's what I'm saying. I get a beastie. Beastie enters tapped. You gain a life. You gain 2 life, right?
Yeah, because you.
Does mutating count as a creature?
Mutate? No, mutating does not, but the
Oh.
beast does. But
Okay,
he's got the.
so I get one.
the
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. You'll
No.
whenever.
The
Yeah.
enchantment. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
God.
All right. Use have use.
Hey, they're use.
I still have no. Sanctum Weaver. Excuse me. I get that. Let me see that guy.
It goes.
Yeah, the Void Walker that no one's killed.
You haven't killed it either.
I've killed other stuff. So have you. Where's Chris?
There's other things.
What if Tej's board is Chris dealt with?
Yeah.
Something probably.
Nothing.
Did you?
Pass
You killed
on
something off his board, didn't you? I don't
I
remember.
might have.
that. Yeah, you got my Sphinx. No,
No, I
That was
got
Nelson.
Sphinx.
No.
That was Nelson too.
He got my.
I attacked him for 6 commander damage.
So no.
Oh, maybe he hasn't done anything. Maybe Chris is my best friend. He's not.
You said he was your.
Yeah, you
He
really
is
came
my
guns
enemy?
blazing for him when you're
Guns
picking off
blazing.
my creatures and then not attacking.
Every
I pick
action
off
I
an
take
enchantment.
will be against Chris.
An enchanted creature.
Or weird.
Yeah.
So that would cost 4 mana to do this turn.
At least.
Land.
And then
Let's
you
do
get
it.
something back from your graveyard. Next.
I would if the Void Walker wasn't. I don't have. Yes, I would. A creature
Okay.
or planeswalker, but I've got an 2 enchantments and an instant, so it won't.
I'm going to cast Flush Out. It's a sorcery omen. Discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards. I will discard.
Give it to him. Well, it gets shuffled into his library. So
No, not that, but the card he discards.
But discards cards don't.
Here. Dragonstorm Glow.
discard cards don't.
Oh yeah, I have a dragon.
I can fly. I'm dragon.
I just don't know how to T just
I don't
starting
know,
to
board wipe?
crank up.
Board wipe will be cool. I'll start over.
I'll be good.
If it means everyone's starting over together, fuck it, let's do it.
Rank up with my Hank up. Hank's what I named my mean.
Draw 2.
And Bapine.
That's oh, what did?
Fucking.
I don't remember what exactly she said, but my daughter got
Was
a.
talking about your penis?
She got like a peep squishmallow, and she called it her peep peep. I told her she shouldn't say that. Let's call it something else.
Everything she guessed was other names you've used for your penis.
Well, canonically, my penis is Hank, so we gotta write that down.
You gain 2 life. Nelson,
Alright.
For
cast
Homebrew
a
lore.
Dragonstorm Forecaster. It's just a 0/3. That searches for the thing I just discarded.
One of Bruce's books explains what the names of baby animals are.
So
and
wait,
it's-
what did you play?
It's just a
Oh,
0/3.
that guy. Yeah. Okay.
It's a baby hedgehog is called a hoglet, and I'm like, a baby Bruce is called a hoglet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll move to combat. I've cast a creature and a non-creature, so he'll get 2 +1/+1 counters. And I will draw a card. You have a 3/3 flyer.
This can't attack or block,
Yeah.
Correct.
but it's out.
3/3 tapped, 3/2 shadow, 2/2.
I have a 6/6 first strike, 4/4, 2/2.
How does Trample work with the Fog Bank? Do I have to assign the 2?
Lethal. Yep.
Yeah,
Assign what would be lethal, and then the rest trample stuff.
Combat time. Nelson, I will attack you with the commander. It is 8/8. Vigilance Trample Ward 1. Tej, I will attack you with the 6/5 Flying Vigilance Trample.
Does your commander fly?
No.
Okay.
6 at Tej again.
I will block your commander with 3 Pegasi and 1 cat dog. 1 cat beast.
Oh, from Velvet Archery?
Yeah.
You're not running Ren and fucking Siri or whatever the hell they are.
You are blocking him with
4 things.
4 tokens.
4 Pegasi and a cat dog.
3 Pegasi and 1 cat dog.
3 Segasi's and a cat dog.
3 sets of
Sega
thighs.
Sega Genesis and Nintendo.
DS.
I have a response. I am going to.
Sorcery.
Sorcery. It's non-creature spells, right?
Non-creature spells.
We're back. Oh, we're in
Still
his
my
turn.
answers,
Yeah.
I'm going to flash in Pouncing Shore Shark, targeting my Dirge Bat. When this creature mutates, I create a beast. I will get a beast. When this creature mutates, destroy target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. I will destroy that thing, and whenever this creature mutates, I may return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Put one of your Pegasuses back into your hand.
So this is before damage.
Correct.
You don't want Chris's commander to die?
No, I don't want Chris's commander to die.
Weird.
Also, it has Ward 1.
You have
Did you
a
pay
untapped
for it?
land.
That's fine. What?
Alright.
No, I'm not targeting.
this
He's
is-
not targeting.
Oh, yeah, you're
So
right.
when
You're
this
right.
dies, this goes to your pile.
So
Correct.
a Pegasus. Okay, so I get rid of a Pegasus.
Yep.
Now these guys all die, so they're all gone.
And
I
you
take
take
2
two
damage,
trample.
two
Commander
commander
damage.
damage.
And I
But
draw a
how
card.
many creatures entered the? Just 1 creature entered the battlefield for you?
The
No
beast-
creatures
beast
enter the
token.
battlefield.
The
Muta-
beast
Oh, yeah,
token.
beast. Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
So
Okay.
now I heal 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
What a lot of.
There.
But it's still 2 commands.
It's still.
Yes,
yeah,
it is
no. I
Um,
just,
Correct.
That triggers Frostcliff Siege. I draw for the turn.
just saying the amount of trigger.
Interesting.
Interesting.
balls. Owl balls.
That would leave me. I will pass the turn.
Alright. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Elspeth Conquers Death goes away. I have no valid targets.
Thank you, kind sir.
God, I fucking hate that.
I know.
Snap. Oh my god, I fucking hate that. Alright, let's see here. Alright. One
He's
open mana.
One open mana.
Alright. I'm going to pay 4, and I'm going to cast Day of Judgment. Attempt to cast Day of Judgment. Because this is stupid, and it's the only way I can deal with Dauthi Voidwalker.
Okay. My up first.
Yes.
My responses will be...
up first.
My up first will be as follows. I will remove 3 charge counters to create a 3/3 golem.
Into the board wipe.
I will
Bold choice.
sacrifice the golem to put another charge counter on the dais.
What does the dais do?
I can pay 1, sack it, and draw cards equal to the number of charge counters on it.
That's a big number.
Right now it's 7. End of my responses.
All right. I'm going to quick take a look through my void pile.
See if there's anything he wants to walk with.
Not gonna lie.
Okay.
I hate that that Authority of the Console still on. Because everything coming in tapped just F's me.
Correct.
Gross. I think the best move for me in this scenario is going to be to tap the Voidwalker and sacrifice it. I'm going to choose Elspeth Conquers Death. I'm going to... Oh wait, I can play it this turn without paying... Oh, I don't get to play it right now. I can play it this turn, so that's not going to work the way I want it to. I have to play Flash or Instant. None of these have those things except that...
The dragon.
No.
The dragon.
Oh, the
does.
dragon is flat, but then it's going to die to the Day of Judgment.
Yes. But you'll give him 2 life.
You will give him 2 life.
Well, and then it'll go to Chris's graveyard instead of staying in exile. So then Chris gets another crack at it, potentially.
I am going to cast Malachir Rebirth, targeting my Pouncing Shore Shark. I'm going to lose 2 life, and then until end of turn, that creature gains. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control.
Does that return the whole pile?
Correct,
Yeah.
but separate.
Okay, how does copying piles of things work again?
If I make a copy of the pile, the copy has all
the mutate
abilities of the pile.
Yeah. It's like 1 card
things? Yeah, with all the mutate abilities.
as a stack.
So this will bring back all 3 cards, but they will be separate. They won't still be mutated.
So currently that's a 4/3 flyer.
Currently, it
With
is a
mutate
4/3
abilities.
flyer with flash.
So if you kill it now before the resolution of the Day of Judgment.
I can.
You can or cannot?
I cannot.
No.
Sweet. All right.
Me neither.
Okay. This will resolve. I will lose 2 life. Day of Judgment resolves.
Well, Chris has a chance to
Oh,
respond.
I have no response.
Okay. Then it resolves.
All right.
If Iron Apprentice dies, if it had any counters on it, put those counters on a target creature you control.
Thank
See
you.
how I just handed that to you? I didn't fucking throw it in.
We should still keep these separate because they still technically have void counters on them, and I may or may not be able to get Voidwalker back.
Let's make a separate
I
pile
was
then
just going to do that.
betwixt front others.
These die. These die. This dies. They come back. Unmerged. Tapped.
Tapped and Nelson
And
gains
you gain
3
3 life.
Is that the authority of the council?
Oh, that's okay. So I misunderstood what you
No.
said. I thought
Okay.
they came
I had
back as
2
the
before
one
that.
pile.
No, they come back separately.
Okay.
Copying is
Copying is
copies
one
them.
pile.
This is Malachir Rebirth or whatever the hell.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, unmelded.
Yeah.
Unmelded. 3 creatures. I won the board wipe.
Your enchantment over there lets you draw a card, right? Whenever a dragon deals damage,
Whenever a creature.
a creature deals damage.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but that had the same delivery as, these are my medals, mother. I won them at Army.
An army.
Oh shit, second board wipe.
I'm gonna pay 3 and I'm gonna cast a Rex Age.
Oh.
No.
Okay,
do
his
I
artifact lets
get
him
rid of
draw
the reactor?
7.
Yeah.
And
This is
that
indestructible.
Yeah.
Oh, that is indestructible.
It is
Oh, that's right.
indestructible.
That's right.
I'm
That's right.
sorry.
And that's
No, I was looking at that as an alternate win con for a different deck a while ago.
yeah.
I don't remember which one, but probably a proliferate deck.
yeah. I think.
Mothman? I think that might have been a.
Do you have to tap?
I have to pay a mana to
You don't have to
draw it. So
Okay, so he could still activate it.
I could.
Okay.
In fact, in response to that, I'm going to just pop this and draw 7 before it hits them.
Yep.
You'll let him target first.
No.
No.
So that is still on the stack.
Correct.
Yep.
The ability's on the stack.
Artifact, I do have an arcane signet.
Okay. I'm going to pop. I'd like to attempt to pop Chris's enchantment.
Sure.
Alright.
That is it for this turn.
Okay. Untap. During my upkeep, I will, in fact, choose to put another counter on the reactor. It is at 4. You have 16 turns remaining.
And all is well.
Draw for the turn. Balls. Damn it. Okay. Sapphire Medallion.
That's an artifact.
Get it. Charge counter there. Did I do that wrong? Shit, I did do that wrong. Ah, that's fine. Fuck it. Dreamtide Whale. It has Vanishing 2.
It's a big book.
Whenever a player casts their second spell each turn, proliferate. And it was my second turn, or spell this turn, so I can't proliferate anymore because...
And also interesting.
tapped.
Nelson gets alive.
59 again. God.
Yep, sorry.
Bless it.
Land for the turn, because I haven't done that yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Island. That'll cost 1 less, but I want to do that. And I want to do that too. I want to do all the things. Sorry, I'll wrap this up. I'm gonna pay 1 for a white source out of my Spire of Industry, and I'm going to Proud Pack Rhino. It'll need to be tapped because of Nelson, but when it enters the battlefield, choose 1. Put a shield counter on target permanent or proliferate. I will just proliferate.
Interesting.
Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in hand. Go ahead, Teach.
Untap.
I could use whales.
Draw for turn.
That's an old Flash video, isn't that?
I think so.
With Aquaman. Aquaman, what do you think we should do? We could
Land for turn is a haunted Fengraph. Taps for 1 colorless, or I can pay 3 and tap it and sacrifice it to return a creature card at random from my graveyard to my hand.
Oh shit. Dorothy Voidwalker is back in play.
Randomly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9.
1 in 6 chance.
10, 11. I will go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I will play this Homunculus Horde.
Uh-oh.
Whenever I draw my second card each turn, I
seen
create a
what that
token
do.
that's a copy of this creature. We've all seen what that thing can do.
That's your first spell this turn.
That is correct. There will not be no, whenever I draw my second card.
You have 7 mana available?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You're really good at that now.
Okay.
Getting there. A lot of practice today.
Your Reclamation Sage is a 2/1.
I'm sorry, what did you
Yes,
target
sir.
with that?
My enchantment.
His enchantment.
Oh, okay. I was so busy being an 80s guy and drawing 7 cards.
Being an 80s guy, is that what you said?
I'm so busy being an 80s guy, I forgot to cure my bonitis. My one regret is that I have bonitis.
I will move to combat, and I'm going to attack Chris for 3 flying.
Not the guy with twice my life. Bullshit.
Your arch nemesis, remember?
Yeah, I guess.
Apparently haven't solved that riddle yet.
No.
Don't worry, neither am I.
What pisses me off with 4 legs
Go ahead.
upsets me with 2 legs
At the end of your
and
turn,
ruins my
I'm
fun.
going to cast Focus the Mind. Draw 3 and discard 1. What to discard? Oh, I'll discard this Teamer Monument. Alright, draw for the turn. Oh, piss.
Piss up my ass.
Alright.
5, 6.
Something happens when somebody casts their second spell.
I get to proliferate.
Whenever somebody
a
does.
player casts their
That's
second spell
pretty
each
good.
turn, I proliferate. It's primarily to keep the whale around. It has vanishing.
Yeah, I like that thing, actually. I mean, it's a keyword.
I know.
but,
Yes, it's a
It's a big
7/5
body.
butt whale.
I will cast Kishla Skimmer.
That's your first spell this turn.
Whenever a card leaves your graveyard, it has 2/2 flyer. Whenever a card leaves your graveyard during your turn, draw a card. It triggers once a turn.
ETB's tapped. He also gained his life.
Two. High Spire Bellringer. The second spell you cast each turn costs 1 less.
Okay. I will proliferate and proliferate and proliferate. And proliferate.
Manfred turns them on.
Oh, hell yeah.
Blast zone is up to 3.
Dorothy Voidwalker is marked safe from Blast Zone.
Correct. I'm coming for that homunculi.
What's the CMC on the homunculi? 4.
It's 4. So if Nelson casts 2 spells.
Take away my kitty rock. That's okay.
You haven't been using it.
I'd rather
much.
get rid of the goddamn. Yeah, with the way I'm drawing lands in this game, definitely get the
Yeah.
pop all 4 CMC.
Don't tell me what to do.
Okay.
I'm just going back down to 2 now.
I'll cast Roar of Endless Song.
Your third spell does me nothing. You should just go.
Chapter 1. Create a 5/5 green elephant creature token. Chapter 2. Create a 5/5 green elephant creature token. Chapter 3. Double the power and toughness of each creature you control until end of turn.
Nice.
I think I got it wrong.
It's real embarrassing
So-
amount of creatures on Chapter 3.
It will be.
Nelson gains another life.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nelson. You're really impressing me with the working of my own telephone.
Wow. Thanks, boy.
Screw it.
Oh boy.
Tap out.
Screw and goo, here it comes.
A fourth spell.
Yeah. You may have this creature enter the as a copy of any creature on the battlefield. What would be fun? What does the pack beast do again?
When it enters the battlefield,
Let me tell you what's fun. Rex Sage. Get the...
Oh, that's a way better idea.
Yeah!
Let's do that. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I was looking at the Rex Sage and I totally forgot that was hanging out over there.
Assuming that's what
authority of the consoles is the rest of the sentence.
Yeah.
The target,
Assuming that's the target.
object of that subject.
Cool.
Okay. Pass turn.
Okay. I like how they have a shorthand for dicking you. We finish each other's spell resolutions.
Yeah.
I still hate you in your head.
I deserve it.
Land for turn will get me a cat dog. It costs 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 manners left over.
Shut up.
Save enough mana to cast 2 spells.
Yeah, I can. I can do that for you. 2, 4, 6.
You're doing it for us, really.
Comrade.
What is the TMC of your story?
5.
5. Okay.
Alright, I'm going to pay 6 and recast my commander.
Nice. She's a 2.
No, I wanted to double check that Rex Sage got enchantments.
Oh,
I second guessed myself.
that
for a
would be
second.
funny.
Yeah.
You make him do a thing that's an illegal resolution.
It does. That's how I got his.
Yeah.
Gossamer Chains, I will gain a life and draw a card.
Proliferate and proliferate and proliferate.
You're up to 7 on
and
the...
proliferate. Yes.
Teach, did you tick me up?
Is that an upkeep
Or no?
trigger? The win?
It's
Sithis?
when it has 20
Okay.
or more, I win.
And
So
cat
it doesn't
dogs,
check
so
at a
you
certain...
gain-
No, not.
That's just
I don't.
once
Have,
it hits
no,
20.
that's
That's dangerous.
whenever you cast.
Well,
an
once you hit 10, it
enchantment,
gets
I cast
dangerous.
Gossamer
Hot
Chains.
and
Sorry,
dangerous.
your thing is gone.
I don't
Yeah,
think I have anything
yeah,
that just straight
I got it.
doubles.
Deep glow scales.
I got you.
I'm not
All right,
running it.
Thank you, sir.
There you are.
Okay. I will pass turn to
Untap. During my upkeep. At the beginning of my upkeep, remove a time counter from it. When the last one is gone, it die. So now, theoretically, I want to keep those for that. Draw for the turn. Well, shit. That's a different thing. Okay. Land for the turn will be Glimmer Void. Tap 4. Right Thran Dynamo. Could do a blue. Boy. Then I lose him. Okay. Sure. Well, you're gonna go to combat. Chris, 3 at you, Teach, 7 at you.
That's a lot coming at me. I don't know that I like that.
If I don't use my whale, I lose my whale.
Is it true?
Is that a
Is
real
it
question?
true that if you don't use it, you lose? I don't even remember what the shit that's from.
Just
40-year-old
7?
virgin.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Just 7.
I will block it with the
Do you like to do it yourself?
How big is the Nar?
so good. That's true. 40-year-old.
This is coming at Chris. The 3/3 at Chris.
Create Chris.
Yeah, I'm not blocking or flashing in anything. No free spells in my box, apparently.
Second main.
Teach cards in hand.
3 for 1
That's
cheaper
too many.
because I did the Thran Dynamo. My second spell for the turn will be a Padim, Council of Innovation.
He made it.
He died
He did.
and then came back. Second spell, I will proliferate, putting
Prime.
there and there and there. At the beginning of my upkeep, if I control an artifact, the highest converted mana cost, or tied for the highest, I get to draw a card.
Teach.
What?
Will you tell me what I did to Wrongy?
I...
Very nervous over here.
Go, Teach, go.
End of your turn, I'm going to crack this Haunted Fengraph.
Did you like tap his foot with your foot or
I
something?
don't know. Like, I cleaned up the
He
guy's
gets real weird about
goddamn
that.
wine mess. Like,
7.
I'm at 9 counters because I forgot
Shit,
the beginning
really?
of my turn 1 because I got.
Okay.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Die roll says George Tree Speaker.
Nice. I played that when it was back in standard.
Me too.
Love that card.
I forgot it existed.
Elfdrazi. That's what I used to call it.
Untap, upkeep. Draw.
There's just a bunch of mana ramp stuff, like that one fucking Bastion that it's I think it's like a 0/4 for 2 that taps for mana for each creature you control with Defender.
Yeah.
So I was running like 8 walls, some elves, and then just a shitload of Eldrazi, like Emrakul, and then like I think a play set of the Tree Speakers to pump out elephant tokens.
this Naga Flesh Crafter seems like something both of you would love to run in decks. Did you?
I almost put one in this deck. I was trying to find a way to work it in there.
It's a very Schnell card.
You may have this creature. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the renewal ability on it.
Yeah. No, I was thinking about putting that in Simic Mimic Gimmick.
Yep.
Yeah.
17 Biovision.
1, 2, 3.
That's gotta be enough, right, guys?
That's a couple wins, right? We can bank them.
I win the next 4 games. Why? Simic.
First thing I'm going to do,
That checks out.
mutate Boneyard Lurker on top of my Dirge Vat. Whenever it mutates, return target permanent card from my graveyard to my hand. I'm going to get back this Trumpeting Gnar.
I don't know if that's better or worse than the Voidwalker.
Whenever this creature mutates, destroy target creature or planeswalker and opponent controls. This will just get me more mutate triggers.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I'm also going to destroy your stupid whale.
But my whale.
Too big and I don't like it.
Yeah, you whale.
Fine.
No, you're not getting a life anymore.
There
And my
she
things
blows.
aren't entering tapped anymore. I will play
Right
this
to the
Doraga
graveyard.
Tree Speaker.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Was that your second spell this turn?
Doesn't
That is my second
He
spell.
killed the
this turn.
whale.
But I'm. Oh, that. Never mind. How much of the sword is card draws?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes. I've only drawn 1 card.
And you never will be.
I will level up my Tree Speaker once. It is at level 1. I can tap it to add 2 green mana to my mana pool.
You're really not going to tell me.
It's funnier this way. You have 20 minutes to figure it out.
You have
And just to show you we're serious, you have 10 minutes.
So I have no safe attacks, so I will just pass the turn to Chris.
Teach, it's your last chance. Tell me what I did. I don't know
Well,
what
they fight.
Game's not over.
I'm gonna try to proliferate enough times.
Maybe
just
you
Darksteel
should
react.
be using this time, instead of threatening me, to make peace with me.
Trust it.
He refuses. Can't refuse.
Goes up to 2. Get another elephant.
Nelson, what's your win con? Just being around when everyone else dies of old age? I assume.
At this point, it might be.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like
Typically,
Chris,
it's flooding the board and then
Oh, yeah,
like
just
Kaladronting out and
going
getting
so
everything.
wide.
Yeah.
everyone can't deal with it.
Yeah.
Chris, I assume, is also a combat damage thing. I'm trying to figure out what if Teach has anything tricksy combo.
No
Or
Trixies,
if
no
we're all-
combos.
If I'm the only one at the table not aiming to win by combat damage, this is a weird fucking look.
Yeah.
Because I'm always just the guy like, no, I turn creatures sideways.
This is an alternate timeline. If you're the
Yeah.
only one here not trying to win through combat.
Pretty much new-ish mutate deck, but it's still just the mutate deck. No Trixes, no nothing. I just gotta find a win in there somewhere.
Yeah, well. I'm back down to 1 per turn.
I'm going to cast Nature's Rhythm for 10. X equals 8. Search your library for a creature with mana value X or less, put it onto the battlefield and shuffle.
Neat. Oof. And Harmonize.
And it has Harmonize. What do I forgot about you.
Is it Dre? Don't forget about Dre.
I did forget about it. And you. I'm honestly, this is
Was
just
it
a
a
great...
9 CMC too?
God damn it! It has a merge, but that doesn't count.
I'm trying to just remember what's even in this effing deck. That's a good one too. No, we gotta get this one. The one I had in mind. But I'm taking this opportunity to remember what I even don't have in here. Because it does have Harmonize.
Give me just a second to commit the entire deck to memory.
I mean, it wasn't like a real well thought out deck list. Okay,
Whaley
but this seems
was
like a
so
good
good to
one.
me.
We'll get a Crater Elf.
Ooh.
Yeah?
Nice. And that goes on the battlefield?
It does. She do.
Sweet.
When it enters, it's a 5/5 haster. When this enters, creatures you control gain trample and +X/+X until end turn where X is the number of creatures you control. I control 6.
Hadim, save me.
I won't fucking touch your shit after that.
It's just a Boxing League deck
That just pulled a crater hoof.
that just green sunned out a Crater.
Again, had my deck had any cards like that.
Right.
Now to do math.
Get him. We can finish him off. First you beat him off, then Schnell will beat him off, and then I'll beat him off.
Oh well.
3 mana.
That's not the response you should have. It should be yes, please.
Finish me, Daddy.
I'm going to renew this Constrictor Sage from my graveyard. I'm going to tap your Mutate pile and put a stun counter on it.
Chris, that doesn't seem smart.
He told you though.
Chris?
You didn't tell him he was coming for
I
you.
believe I warned you. What?
Chris?
I can't live with this hanging over my head anymore.
Chris?
Yes?
The best remover is player removal.
Chris.
Oh, great.
I wish that was on camera because the last 20
Hold
minutes
on.
just flashed
All
before
right.
Teach's eyes of him going, oh my god, wait. I thought I held the cards here.
Back up. Back up.
You're not allowed to threaten me.
Back up. What are you doing?
Chris just looks
Do
at
that
Teach
thing
and
you
goes,
just
I'm
did.
the
What is
captain
it?
now.
Back up.
3 mana.
Yes.
Exile this from my graveyard. Tap target creature and opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. Activate only as a sorcery.
So you're not even casting a spell. You're just fucking doing it.
Yep.
He's emerging
God
at sorcery speed, so it's
damn
fair.
it.
4, 5. And what is the toughness on the tree speaker currently? 2?
1-1.
Yeah, that's a solid uncommon.
Oh no, it is a 1-2. Chris. Together we can take out Nelson. Did you not hear me talking about how all of us are beating him off?
Chris is quite confident.
I'm
in his
feeling
ability
better
to
about
kill.
my... Between Schnell and I think we can handle this.
Jesus Christ. This is... Alright, if I tell you...
I'm giving you...
It's because you always kill Teach first. That's what he's gonna say.
It's not.
I feel like I made a play mistake earlier.
You did not.
Well, then I don't care what it is.
Alright, fine. What happens?
Yeah.
Tap it, stun it?
Yes.
God damn it. Okay.
Oh, damn it, I want to know.
Yeah. Now he's going to have to take it to his grave.
Ouch, it's stunned. Okay.
This is 8. This is a copy of...
Rex Sage.
Yep.
It's
So
a
base
2/1.
2/1.
Yep.
So 8.
Yep. 16. Plus 7.
23.
23.
Oh, fuck.
34.
Oh my god, I gotta get rid of that stupid enchantment.
45.
all his creature the next turn, all his creature
Get
power
double.
is double.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I'm dead.
Who's that? Is that
I'm
me?
dead.
It's
Next
all
turn.
coming at each. 45.
Jesus.
I'm dead
Okay.
next turn. Son of a bitch.
Get +X,
+6/+6 and trample.
and trample. They all get trampled. They all get trampled. God fucking damn it. Okay. Block you. Block you.
Go back and counterspell.
What is this?
It's a wreck page.
It's a 2/1 base with +6/+6.
So it's at 8/7 trample.
There. Blocks are declared. Okay. I'm trying to think of how to phrase this.
How much is still
Please,
coming in?
please do the math now
Yep.
while I still have priority.
Of what you would after
what I would
so you would
take.
take.
Yes,
So
of what I would
45 minus 2 is 43. Minus 3 is 40. Minus 2 more is 38.
38. 37. Still not enough. God damn it.
Shouldn't have wasted resources killing my whale.
Well, I didn't think he was going to get this pissed off at me at the little jokey joke I was making.
I'm not angry.
Not anymore. I'm fucking dead. Oh, I'm angry.
I'm not angry. I'm angry.
No, he's not angry. I'm angry.
Okay.
What do I take? 40. What do you say?
38 after.
38
That's what you
minus.
said. Yeah, I can't save myself.
Okay.
Fuck. I hate you.
Cool.
Nelson, next turn he's doubling all his powers, which isn't quite as good as +6/+6.
And trample.
And
You're going to
trample.
feel real bad.
Yeah, there's a chance of that.
Okay. Second main. He's got an untapped elephant yet? Didn't even swing with everything?
No,
What a piece
It
of
doesn't
shit.
have haste. I'm not a monster. Don't cheat.
You look like a monster.
It feels like you're a monster.
Pass turn.
Alright.
Alright, untap. Heart of the cards, heart of the cards.
Exile.
Oh.
Exile. Nelson, exile.
Alright.
I'm not picking on you, I swear to God.
Not anymore, I'm dead. You already picked on me. It's over.
I'm everybody's arch enemy.
You do seem to be threatenous. Great with threat.
5 for a Cathar's Crusade.
Oh yeah, Chris, look at that. He played a Cathar's Crusade. Chris, Cathar's Crusade.
I'll get it.
Trigger Sith.
I mean, I'll get him. I'll get it, and then him. I'll get them. When I had you over for Easter dinner earlier,
Yeah.
and I said, I really feel like this is the best boxing league deck I've ever had.
I believe you.
That's it.
It makes
Land for turn.
it
will
makes
be-
the deck I tried to put together with mine look real shitty. Because again, I didn't even get a 3-color land to go with the commander.
Land for turn will be a forest. It will trigger Felidar Retreat, which will be a cat dog.
My brain is not working.
Which
I
will
totally
trigger
thought you were
Cathars.
making a forest token. I'm like, why is he making a forest token?
Which will trigger Cathar's Crusade. So +1/+1 counter
Oh.
on each creature I control.
Getting out of hand.
I hope Nelson wins.
Sounds like a real tease thing to say.
Yep.
Not
ashamed. Hashtag.
I'm going to pay 2. I'm going to cast Nyx Fleece Ram. I'll trigger Sithis. I'm going to gain a life. Oh, shit. Healing.
Healing.
And I'm going to draw a card. That's going to trigger Cathar's Crusade. So, +2 for these guys. Ram gets 1. Pay 2.
Will you stop doing things?
I'm going to cast a Weaver of Harmony. Other enchantment creatures I control get +1/+1. I'm going to trigger Sithis. I'm going to gain a life.
Oh my god.
We gotta get.
If I can hold out
Don't you fucking dare say we.
for 11 more turns. Got this with the reactor.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Teach,
5,
we're gonna
6,
find a
7.
brand of wine that calms you down.
The hell you are.
There isn't one.
Angry Orchard.
You go to 3. You go to 3. You go to 3.
Now you want to tell me?
You go
Save
to
it.
3. You go to 2.
Save it for the interview,
I will say.
and then I will feel bad because it's gonna be so dumb and petty.
Yep, it is extremely dumb and petty.
All right, go Sean.
Before the end of your turn, I will add a counter to Blast Zone, putting it at 5.
I don't like that.
Because 5 is a more relevant. No, I'm not coming.
It's
for
my
it.
Cathar's Crusade.
It's his Cathar's Crusade.
But this is also fine.
Oh, that's not going to be relevant.
Leave Cathar's Crusade alone and teach Chris a lesson.
Upkeep, get a counter there. At the beginning of my upkeep, if I control an artifact at the highest converted mana cost 4. Is that an artifact?
No artifacts.
I get to draw a card. Draw for the turn. Does this change anything?
Cast you,
Some things.
you, 3.
Oh, that probably helps him way too much more. Okay, I want to do that. I'm going to do that. We'll have mana up for that. Land of the turn, Foliage Strand. Put me down to 32. I'm going to grab something that qualifies as an island or White Plains.
Mark it at 32, dude.
You okay?
Okay.
Something is not.
Burped, then hiccuped, and then finished my burp.
Prairie Stream.
Game.
I'm a gastrointestinal anomaly.
He finished all right.
I like to spasm
All
every
over
sphincter muscle in the body. Stem to stern. ETB's tapped unless I control 2
Like,
or more.
like Stan
basics.
Marsh, but somebody else did it to him.
Teach to keep you in the game. You want to cut me?
Absolutely.
That's the most I can do to help.
We're gonna look at some cards, put them on top.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I would trust you to. Maybe. We're
Do that on my
gonna
end step.
chain reaction. No, this is on my turn
How do I your mana untap?
because I started my turn. Played a flooded strand.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
one
sorry.
thing.
I thought you cast other stuff.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm casting chain
Okay.
reaction.
Yeah. I hear you.
But that kills things, buddy.
It deals X damage to each creature where X is the number of creatures on the battlefield.
I don't like that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Yeah.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Yep.
14 damage to each creature. Response?
No.
Neither here
Okay.
nor there.
What can men do in the face of such reckless hate?
I'm going to remove a total of 6 counters to create 2 golems.
Cost me thrice.
That renders my
Fucking
thing
tax
loose.
man gonna be coming.
Tax man.
He's gonna proliferate himself into a winner. It's gonna be sweet.
I would love to,
That'd be
but I
awesome.
haven't been able to dig deep enough yet to find it.
Well, the way we keep resetting the game, you know,
That's the point of this deck, though.
taint bad.
I'm gonna cast a Mind Stone, which will give me another charge counter on Golem Foundry. And
You get Mama Fratelli out there yet?
no, I can't afford to do her yet. Go ahead, Chris.
Man, if I had a nickel for every time that happened to me.
Oh, god dang.
Let's see my commander cast.
That
Cost
really
8
changed
now.
what I was going to do this turn.
2,
Was
4,
it
6,
dull all
8.
your things and swing out?
It was cooler than that. It was cooler than that.
Okay.
Draw for the turn.
Story time. So that triggers right after draw.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a way to work around that. That was unexpected and awesome.
Thank you.
I also love Chain Reaction. It's a great card.
It's fantastic.
It's a fun board wipe.
I was hoping to get either that or my Blasphemous Act.
I gotta do some math here. If I have 4 green, 5, 7, 8,
God damn.
5, 6. I think that's the best thing I can do right now. I think that's the best thing I can do. I feel like I'm doing Teach level.
Nelson, can I see your graveyard while Chris is muttering quietly to himself?
Yeah.
1, 2.
You want to see my exile pile 2
I don't.
graveyard?
Yeah,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, don't want to do it like that. Red, green, blue. 1 of anything. Then 4. 1, 2. Forest Forest. Red, green, blue, 1. Command attacks, command attacks, command attacks, command attacks. 8 mana. Recast my commander.
Golem tokens will be represented by actual magic cards.
Then I will harmonize this. So I'll tap this for 4, 5, 6 to make X 6 and 4 green.
You tapped your commander?
Yes,
Yeah,
to harmonize.
Oh, okay.
It reduces the cost by the power of the creature you tap.
It's like improvise, but with harm.
Oh, it doesn't work that way! I pooped the bed.
Does it say if you cast it from your hand?
That's not no.
They're
It was
sliding that text into more and more cards.
It's a
later.
cast thing. No, I already did it. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, because you're putting it onto the battlefield, aren't you?
Yeah. Sure did her.
That didn't. Okay, that does that. Do I grab something different then? Put it in your hand.
I can only board wipe like 2 or 3 more times, guys.
I know. I'm trying to. I thought I was going to do something to kind of close it out, and it didn't work.
You know who could have helped?
Teach, my good friend Teach. Our good friend Teach.
Comrade.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, I'm at halfway to a Darksteel Reactor victory, so I've already won morally.
Damn it! It's such a
Let's
waste.
gamble on that victory. I feel like it'll happen.
That makes me so mad. Alright, so we're gonna change it.
The words on the cards.
Yeah, that's stupid. We'll just grab this instead.
What?
And we have to change what we're gonna do. When this creature enters, look at the top 6 of your library, reveal instant sorcery or dragon, put it into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order, and untapped dragons you control have hexproof.
If you live on this.
Want that card from you. If you don't want it when you're done doing whatever this is.
Whenever you're done digging around that pile.
This was... I screwed up so bad. That might be the difference here. Alright, look at the top 6.
That was a card I overlooked in my first pass on the set.
Ooh.
I should check my scans and see if I have any of those. I don't have many dragons in decks generally, but those other words.
I will take Auroral Procession.
Transfer
Integrity
a
Growth.
card from your graveyard to your hand.
That goes into your hand now?
Yes. Yeah, but I'm tapped out. Pass turn.
Alright. Untap, upkeep, and turn.
Can I see the thing you just got? The blue-green in your hand?
Oh, yes.
Auroral Procession. Interesting.
Dragonologist needs to go straight into Orvar.
That seems really good.
Because looking at the top 6 cards of the library to get whatever I need.
Oh, this gets 2 1/1 counters, and I draw a card because
And
I cast
Orvar having has
creature and
I'm gonna
non-creature.
I'm going to pay 4. I'm going to cast Anointed Procession.
Mother Humper.
Good thing we got Teej.
I'm going to play Plains as my land for the turn. That'll trigger my Felidar Retreat. I will get 2 Cat Dogs. That'll trigger Cathar's Crusade. So he comes in, and then the next one comes in. Right, that's how that works when they enter simultaneously.
What's triggering?
So, landfall
Oh,
trigger.
you played Anointed Possession,
Yep.
then you played a land.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
Yep. So
Yep,
I did that
yep,
right?
yep.
2 and 1? Okay.
Correct.
Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Yep. Dumb. Or are they entering simultaneously?
They enter simultaneously,
So
so they
each
should
get one?
both have 1
2?
counter.
No,
or
1.
2 counters.
Those are the
2
options.
counters. 2 counters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
because
looking
anointed yeah, because it's a replacement effect.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I was looking at something completely different.
You fixed it.
I'm going to pay 3. I'm going to cast a History of Benalia. That'll give me a 2/2 Knight. Creature token
Twos.
with Vigilance.
Twos. So those both enter with 2 counters each, and your cats get
Up to 4.
4. I wasn't kidding. I can only board wipe like 2 or 3 more times.
I wasn't kidding.
I'm glad you're dead.
I do want to say it. I had a plan, then I got punched in the mouth.
No.
I lost the plan.
It was me. I was the plan. And I'm gone.
And then my plan B was just me
I'm
forgetting
going
how...
to pay 3
how
and cast an
mechanic
Idyllic
works.
Tutor.
I don't even know what the fuck I was.
Really looking forward to beating Nelson off with my friends.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
Speaking of beating off. Where's your bathroom? I have to pee.
You know where my
And nothing
bathroom
else.
is.
And nothing else.
Yes.
I'll just go find Sigil the Empty Throne.
Oop. What'd that one do?
Whenever I cast an enchantment spell, I create a 4/4 White Angel creature token with flying.
Yep. That's in your hand though? You're not casting it right away?
Correct, it goes to my hand. And I am tapped out.
Done then?
Yep.
Okay.
All done. Your turn.
For the end of your turn, I'm going to tap this for a colorless and pop my Mind Stone to draw a card. Now I'll take my turn. Untap. During my upkeep, that will go up. I will draw. Land for the turn will be Battlefield Forge. Halo Fountain.
That's a good card.
Yeah, it's one of the other alternate win cons.
Bless me.
Thank me. God damn it, Nelson.
Yeah.
God damn it, Chewbacca.
I was
that is an
really gonna
artifact.
try to kill him.
I'll get that. My shit doesn't come into play tapped finally.
Correct.
So I'll do that there, and that there, and that there. Costs 1 less because of Sapphire Medallion. We'll play my commander.
Hey!
She has Fabricate 1. I will choose to make a dude. It's a 1/1 servo, I believe. Other non-token creatures I control have Fabricate, which I think it's ETB trigger. She is not an artificer. She's not an artifact. She's an artificer. Okay. Okay, go ahead, Chris. Get us. Get me.
No, I need to get Nelson. I need to. Not like that.
I need to know. I need to know. Oh, goddamn.
Is there anything useful in here? You're kind of useful.
Nelson, you're real quiet. You gonna win?
No.
Why not?
Not good enough.
A lot of self-confidence, Bob.
You ever see me play this game?
I need to tap
Too much in my head.
I'll cast Herd Heirloom. Taps for 1 mana of any color. Spend only to cast a creature spell or tap it until end of turn. Target creature you control with power 4 or greater gains trample, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card.
Non-tokens.
I don't know what to do. You just have too many goddamn targets over there, Nelson.
Teach, you missed it. I cast my commander and have a Halo Fountain out now.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah. I have 2 win cons on the board.
1, 2, 3,
Whose turn is it? Is it Chris's
We're
turn?
on Chris's turn right now.
4, 5.
Oh, I'm sorry, you weren't here.
We'll cast Sagu Wildling. 3/3 flyer. When this creature enters, gain 3 life.
What the fuck?
Why are you looking at my board?
Oh god, and he's touching his lands.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Looks at things, touching things.
I'm gonna cast Heritage Reclamation. Choose one. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard and draw a card.
You probably want to get it. Something out of my graveyard.
I'm going to target the Felidar Whatchajigger.
Retreat?
Yes.
Yep.
That's a solid choice.
Alright.
Then I will move to combat.
Alright.
This gets 2 1/1 counters because I cast a creature and a non-creature. And I draw a card. I already played Lannister.
Herd Heirloom. That's a new card I put in my Mutate deck.
I have 3 3/3s and a 1/1.
I shouldn't have done what I did. Okay, pass turn.
I should have exiled the card from a graveyard.
Untap. Upkeep and draw for turn. That will move us to the second chapter of History of Benalia.
Yeah.
So that'll get me 2 more nights.
I don't like it. It's too many nights.
No, that's not good.
Nightman.
Enchantments are not fun.
Disagree.
Alright, so
If they were fun, I'm sure I would have built an enchantment deck by now. I mean, I have an aura deck, technically. I have 2.
That counts.
I have 2 aura decks.
I have a red-green
Six,
enchantment deck
6,
and an aura deck.
4. Alright.
It's not small. No, no, no.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That's too much mana.
We already had 2 lands.
And he complained the whole time. And we didn't just wipe him off the face of the
Now
earth
he's
because
gonna
we're all
win.
bitches.
Yeah, I probably should have. retrospect, as soon as I saw Sithis.
Yep.
Do to him what we do to Teach. See the commander. Know the threat
1,
coming.
2, 3, 4, 5.
It's Sithis, not even Nelson. Screw that up.
Yup. Sigil of the Empty Throne. So whenever I cast an enchantment spell, I create a 4/4 white angel creature token.
Which you'll create
Flying.
2
Correct.
of those yet. And then they all get counters.
In everyone's defense except Nelson's. He's playing a white deck and he usually doesn't put planes in those.
Yeah, he usually handicaps himself enough that we never
Yeah.
really have to worry about it.
He usually does.
He's so sad.
He usually does. Alright, I'm going to pay 2. And I'm going to cast Selesnya Sanctuary. God, Jesus Christ. No, I'm not.
That's a layup.
All that glitters is what I'm casting. I'm going to enchant Cat Dog. It's +1/+1 for each enchantment I control. That will trigger Sigil of the Empty Throne. I will get 2 4/4 angels. Oh, look at that. Just take the...
Blast Zone for 5, huh?
Can I do that? For all that glitters.
Are you...
Hang on.
Why I'm asking. So are you is...
When?
Because it targets. And then
Can I see all the glitters?
it's an aura enchantment.
Nothing good. Yes, you can.
Okay, then I will. I'm going to take a red. I'm not countering it.
Nope.
I understand.
I'm doing the
waiting to see what
opposite.
you're doing.
I am
He likes that card.
Radiant Performering it, where when it enters the battlefield, if you cast it from your hand, choose target spell or ability that targets any single permanent or player. Copy that spell or ability for each other permanent or player that spell or ability could target. So now every creature on the battlefield gets one.
Each copy target. Yeah.
But it's only for the number of artifacts and enchantments that its controller has.
Each copy
Might
targets
get
a
+1/+1.
different one of those.
Each one gets one, so they're going to get +3/+3
Yeah.
each.
I've never cast
It's-
Radiant Performer.
All that glitters is enchantments and artifacts you control.
Yeah, and you're getting 3 enchantments.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Right.
So-
Plus that
That's
artifact.
yeah, got it.
Okay, so my angels come in, and they get
This has Fabricate. I'm going to make
2.
another servo.
So these are going to go up by 2.
Now I feel bad because it's too late to get a second game in, I think.
Yeah, probably. These will be my all.
Not that teaches out, just so we can't get a second game in, where we take teach out immediately. And then...
Yeah, because that enters before it flashes in and resolves.
I had every intention of taking Nelson out, and
No,
then
I
my
get it.
board
No,
got
I
wiped.
No, I get it.
And then I screwed up how Storm works.
Quite honestly, that's how it really always happens.
Okay,
You take teach out, and
Now-
then something happens.
so all that's done. Yeah. So everything has...
all the creatures that are out there.
Everything has, and all that
gonna-
glitters.
Yours as well.
I know, that's why I'm just
Yeah.
going to raise that for now. Now, I'm going to cast that Selesnya Sanctuary. Bouncing the planes to my hand. Okay. Interesting. So these came in this turn, and these came in this turn. So I've got 2 knights and 2 cat dogs that can attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they all get +6/+6. Interesting.
Artifact and or. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't have any artifacts. So. I have 1 artifact in this deck. I have an
2,
arcane signet.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, you're just
10, 11, 12, 13,
that's
14,
Yeah, that's real bad.
15.
pretty fucking brutal.
So all of my creatures get +15/+15.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to pass the turn to Schnell.
Okay.
I I'm surprised the sigil didn't get popped when I cast an enchantment.
I couldn't stop it at the time.
Oh, 'cause it's a caster.
It's a caster. So during my upkeep, we're gonna give that another one. We're gonna draw.
I'm gonna make so much money.
Wait a second. When I popped his one enchantment, you could have done that and we could have got all his enchantments.
I didn't have the radiant
Oh.
at the time. I think. I don't know.
Might have been relevant.
Might have been relevant. I wasn't there.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, they're already entered, so that's not going to work.
Yeah. I'm going to play Ratchet Bomb. Too little, too late.
Can't you ratchet bomb for 0 and just wipe my board?
I can't.
I was gonna say,
lying.
too
I'm
little,
trying
too
to-
late.
No. Just shush, you.
Can't read.
But I popped some of my own. Okay, Chris.
Yep.
I'm sending. Here. V's at E's. 3, and then what I sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, oh wait, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 15, 16.
Yeah, I was gonna say
So,
those two too.
These are 3/3 golems that are 19/19s. 2/2, 18/18, 1/1 servos, 17, 17s.
What are the smallest ones?
17,
The two
17.
17s.
Can I do this? I think this
Ratchet Bomb is mine in case of Nelson looking at me. I panic and pop.
Benny waddled away. I don't know why that came into my head, but there you go.
Till the very next day.
2, 4, 5. I'm a mana short of that.
I cast an artifact, so Golem Foundry goes up to 4. There's a lot of little triggers to remember in this deck.
God, fucking blast on and ratchet bomb.
Yep.
My only weakness.
Not having CMCs on my permanents. How dare I?
I have a Ratchet Bomb that I have not used in a deck yet, and using it in conjunction with a Blast Zone is pretty genius.
That won't save me.
I can dial into wherever I need
Yep.
twice.
That will temporarily. That might buy me a turn. Green blue. I'll cast the Auroral Procession. Return target card from your graveyard to your hand. I'll bring back the Heritage Reclamation.
Okay.
I will pop the aura on the Radiant Performer.
Oh.
And block the 3 biggest.
Okay, so you're taking
17.
16 now because I'm
Oh, because you
down
lost
one
one, yeah.
enchantment.
So 16 plus 2, so 18.
Yes, because he's not blocking it. So yeah,
Right.
you're taking 18 total.
Yep. Lame.
Nah, I thought it was a pretty good.
It was a great play.
That was a pretty okay to play. That will be it for me.
Alright.
Go ahead, Chris.
Part of the cards.
That's what we like to hear. Especially after you killed my best friend Teej in cold blood.
Look at that one token just says F.
Angel.
Really quick. Really quick for
Forest is my land for the turn.
flying. Probably. Fuck.
Fuck.
6. That'd be 10 mana. Sure. Why not?
I'm gonna start putting my dice away.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
Game's going long.
It is my fault. 100%.
Hey, I board wiped too, goddamn.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware. Everybody board wipes. Recast my commander.
I wipe my own ass, too.
I wet my own board.
But I wipe my own board!
I know, buddy.
As a parent, that scene's just heartbreaking.
I have not watched a lot of movies about parenthood since having my own spawn, so
They hit you different, man.
Yeah.
They really do.
Your commander is a -5, -0, and loses all abilities.
in response.
Wrestling Files makes me cry now that I'm a parent.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to activate my commander and proliferate.
Move to combat. I have cast a commander, or a creature, also a commander, and a non-creature spell this turn. So I get 2 counters, draw a card. Nelson, going to deal 2 damage to your face to bring you down to 64. Pass turn.
Wow.
That's smarts. Alright, untap. What is going on over there? Draw for turn.
Dice don't
Oh,
stand
it's
for
just-
breath.
No, sorry.
No. And I was like, well, here it comes. The beginning of the end.
No. The sigh is I finally cast my commander. I can use it once, and then it loses all abilities. And I'm just sitting here going, 7 more turns, and then I just win. Can I drag this out for 7 more turns? Maybe, Mr. Only Running Tokens.
I mean, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
No blocks.
10, 11, 12,
Just throwing that out there.
8.
Not telling you how to play your deck. No blocks. This is the closest thing I have to a board wipe, I think, in this deck.
7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So all your
5,
creatures are getting
6,
plus 13,
7,
plus 13 in addition to their bases and counters.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna pay 8, and I'm gonna
I
cast.
have an illegal deck.
Do you? Am I back in the game?
You are. I have
Rebuild my board state.
2 copies of the same
2
thing?
copies of something.
I knew it was impossible to build a good legal deck.
God damn it.
Was it relevant? Did it come up?
No.
Okay.
Only 4 times.
Did you pull 2 fresh starts and I have the 3rd on my creature?
Oh,
'Cause
and
that'd be
then,
funny.
so History of Benalia goes to chapter 3. I'm just going to leave it here so I don't forget.
Okay.
Because the Knights will get +2, +1. Okay. Well.
As long as you don't swing at me.
Oh, sorry. That also triggered Sigil the Empty Throne. She's an enchantment creature.
Okay.
So there's 2 more angels coming in. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. So 2 more.
You build this.
I did. And it's never gone quite like this before.
It's a slight variation every time.
Yeah.
It's true, I guess.
It's ice cream. The flavor's just slightly different.
Yesterday I had Rocky Road. Today I'll have Rocky Road with caramel.
That's right.
That's tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Day after. So this goes up to 3.
So embarrassed.
Thank you. Okay, then those 2 enter.
But not for
Wait,
me.
are you dead? He
I-
didn't even do anything
He's
yet.
attacking me. I'm
Oh, okay.
Because if he's attacking me, I board wipe him.
dead. Yep. I'm dead.
I didn't even get there.
But for fairness sake, you have to tap at least 16 power worth of creatures.
I know. I'm going to cast Cleric class. That'll trigger Sithis. I'll gain a life and draw a card. 2 life. Okay.
Don't.
How bad do I want to do it?
Yep.
I mean, right?
Yep.
Okay. Anyway, sorry. So 2 more angels are gonna enter from that. So, oh god, I'm an asshole. Sorry. I fucking hate my deck.
ASSHO Nelson. Oh, I don't have enough dice to keep track of all my counters.
One of my dice has 3 6s.
Well, the best the best part is when I do all this shit with these die and then Chanel just ratchet bombs.
I assume you have something to answer the ratchet
So
bomb.
we're just wasting.
I assume that's what you were showing Chris.
Split second.
Yep.
What's it called? Return to something?
Oh my god.
Get fucked.
So
Return to dust. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
okay. All right. I'm going to move to combat.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing. If anything goes at Chris, he dies. But if
Yes.
anything comes at me, Chris doesn't die.
Fair.
Because I'm well,
No,
because
I
I'm,
get it. Right.
Because
You're
I have
wrapped
to. I have to.
I understand.
No.
I understand.
But
But
Chris,
you're
I
packed
understand
up.
what he said.
He already
Yeah,
packed
okay.
up.
So I'm going to swing 3 because Chris had a blocker. Right?
I'm
You
not
had the one
blocking.
blocker, right?
I'm
I
not
understand.
yeah.
But
But
just
in case you did, for
the
the sake of fixing and legality,
Yeah.
I will be
and
attacking
then
you
your
for
lesson of don't fucking do that again.
11. So 30.
No, I mean build an illegal deck.
Oh,
13 plus 15, 28.
got all antsy in the pantsy.
Yeah.
43 at Chris.
Okay.
Got it. Dead.
Okay. Here's where
Okay.
here's where
Gets
here's where
Dumb
it gets-
aggressive.
It gets dumb.
Don't do it. Do not let E be done.
Lest ye be dunst unto
At
thyself.
least I'm not worse loser.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to be convoking. Use it, bitch! I'm going to exile it.
Exile target non-land permanent.
You should do
Okay.
it on his Dark Steel reactor, seeing as how it's indestructible.
Yeah, but
I
mean,
will. Yeah, we'll
yeah.
go ahead and
Alright.
all tokens.
All tokens.
All zero. So this still enters and stays.
Yep. It does count towards enchantment count.
Your. Okay.
Mr. Benalia is gone.
Anything that's not a token that's enchanted with a glitter.
Yeah, those
Okay.
will. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
I am partially aware.
Alright.
I then lose all the glitters. Conclave Tribunal will stay on board. It's all 0, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So this will live. Okay.
Alright. That was an enchantment. Did you gain life or anything?
What was an enchantment? Yeah, sorry. Sithis.
You get a angel when
I gain.
you cast.
Yeah,
it.
hold on a second. So
So cast trigger, you get
Yeah.
the angel.
cast
Which
trigger.
is
Sure, we'll do
which
this
is
for
two angels,
Two
right?
more angels, right?
So you'll
So
gain
she's
any
gonna get
life.
2 more counters.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you'll
Yes.
get
You're
that.
gonna gain.
And I'm gonna gain 2 more life.
No.
It's 2 creatures entering.
Whenever you cast.
Oh,
an
sorry.
enchantment,
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Sorry, wasn't thinking.
You're
Thank
gonna
you.
gain 1 from that.
And then I draw a card
Yeah.
because of
And then those new angels will have died.
Will die.
To the ratchet
yes
bomb.
to the ratchet bomb.
Just
but
so she gets her
counters.
Okay.
Correct. I'm going to pay 2, and I'm going to cast Wolf Willow Haven, targeting my Selesnya Sanctuary.
Okay.
That
In response, I will blast zone. So you'll still get cast triggers,
correct.
but I'm now popping all 5 drops.
Okay, so that will get rid of
That,
the
yep.
Throne and the Crusade.
Yep.
So you'll still get the throne
Correct.
trigger because that's on cast, but the crusade
Correct.
is on enters.
Correct.
Yes.
And now I lose.
2
So-
stupid vanilla angels. What a waste.
That was another enchantment, so Sithis will get counter.
Mark your life already.
Okay, and then we'll draw from that.
Why does she get a counter?
She doesn't anymore. You're right. Thank you.
Okay, that's why we
And
ask
nothing
questions.
entered. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why it was. Because my fucking
Because
brain is
of
broken.
Cathar's Crusade.
It
No,
would
I
have
get
been.
it.
Yeah,
I get it.
Like I said. Okay, so and you gave me 2 life for that, right?
I
Because
give
of
you 1
cleric-
life from that.
Cleric class.
I give you 1 from Cleric class. I give you 1 from the Who's It You just cast.
Okay, so
Which
2
is your
total
2
for
life,
the
yeah.
cast. Okay, gotcha. Just making sure.
Jebus.
Fuck, I don't remember if I played
Enchantments.
Go Shin.
Okay. Before the end of your turn, I'm going to remove 2 counters and create a fresh golem. That'll be it. My turn. Untap. During my upkeep, 14. Nothing. Draw for the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My commander is an 11/11.
Gross.
Still dealing commander damage. Yep.
7 or 8?
1. I'm sorry. She's a base 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah. I think it's, yeah.
I was counting the card in my hand.
Yeah.
Energy chamber.
Oh, there it is. The one I didn't play yet.
Yep. Cast an artifact, get a thing. Energy chambers at the beginning of my upkeep, I either put a +1/+1 counter on target artifact creature or put a charge counter on target non-creature artifact. Okay.
Does the Darksteel Reactor get charge counters?
It does use charge counters.
It does.
Everything in this deck uses charge counters. That was the... So, 3, 4,
Spoiler
5,
alert.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Go into combat.
Yep.
Swinging for 11 commander.
Oh, bounce Cosmic.
Yeah. Got it. Okay. What is the dumbest thing we can do at this point? Is it this? It feels like this. We're going to get rid of anything, or we're going to choose 4 and destroy all creatures with a power of 4 or greater. So I will lose my commander, but you lose your board, and I'll keep my golem. He's a good boy.
He's a good boy.
Okay.
Might have been it. I don't think I can do anything.
Go ahead, Nelson.
Alright, untap. Upkeep.
Oh, you can't afford to cast Sithis again.
Land for turn. Really needed creatures for that to do anything.
I could have recast my commander right
It's
away.
going to be too little, too late.
It's okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14.
Okay.
Yeah, so cast my commander.
Oh man, I pitched this game up so good.
Agreed.
Lots of fucking hate from the sidelines.
Alright.
I approve. I like it. Tis my favorite.
You're allowed
Fuck. This produces an additional green. Yeah, I don't have enough to do that shit.
Done.
No. I didn't fucking say that.
Please?
I didn't fucking say that.
Jesus.
God, that really fucking sucks.
Hey,
Okay,
Nelson, I have a
so
question for you. If you're driving on the highway and the guy in front of you is going real slow, what would you do?
pass him.
Pass! He said pass!
I
What
get
a
it.
dumb bitch. He fell right for that.
One. Okay. All right. I'm floating 2 green.
Oh, okay. Gossamer.
Gossamer Chains. I will gain a life, gain 2 life, draw a card.
Okay.
Game 2 what?
Because of Cleric class.
Got
if you
it.
would
Okay.
gain that life, you gain that much +1.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm still floating
Green?
2 green. Because
2
Wolf
green.
Willow Haven gives it an extra.
Yeah, he used a white from that and a white from... Because
I see
he tapped...
Wolf Haven?
Sure. It produces an additional green.
Whatever is to additional green, okay.
Yeah,
Got
so he
it.
tapped it for a green and a
Yep.
white.
Yep.
And then an additional green was produced. He used
On
a
it.
white from that, white from that.
That sucks. I can't do anything for 2 mana. Go ahead.
Yeah, before the end of your turn,
Yep.
I'm going to remove 3 counters from Golem Foundry to create another Golem. And I'm going to untap a tap creature I control. Interesting. Okay. Do I have anything that could tap them? Nope, just create an extra Golem. My turn. Untap. During my upkeep, I will get 2 charge counters, putting me at 16 on the reactor. Draw for the turn.
Nothing's over.
Nothing. It's over. We will 1, 2, 3 for a commander sphere. Get a counter on Golem Foundry. We will tap that.
Glimmervoid
That.
is another land I don't know.
Red, blue, and
Which one?
Glimmervoid.
white. And then 1 less, so +2. So for 5 mana, recast my commander. She has Fabricate. I will get a Servo. I will eat the commander sphere to draw a card. Glorious. Land for the turn will be the backside. It'll be Pillar Verge Pathaway. Go to combat. 2 3/3s coming at you.
Okay, I won't block, and then I will bounce.
Okay.
What are the activated abilities of the Hail of
3.
I'm gonna use the first one. Actually, do I have an extra white?
I think the
will
one
use-
you win is like you tap tokens.
I have to.
There's a
I have
draw
to.
one and a token generator.
So it's
too.
untap a tapped creature for
That's-
1 to create another token.
Okay, that was it.
Untap 2, tapped to draw a card,
That's the one I was
which
thinking of.
is what I will be doing now. Paying 2 white, tapping it, untapping my golems, drawing a card. And then, Teach and mark me down to 31. This costs me 1 less. I will contentious plan. I will proliferate and draw a card. I never go to work. Okay. Go ahead, Nelson.
Alright, untap.
Bang.
Upkeep, draw for turn. Two white for Gossamer Chain. Life draw
I
card.
thought about not letting you have a target, but I'm like, I need to card draw. I need to dig deeper, harder, faster, stronger.
Five. Unnatural growth.
Oh, that's
That's
the
why I
doubler.
needed all my tokens before. Gain a life, draw a card. One green for an exploration. Gain a life, draw a card.
God damn. I am never going to deal enough damage.
I'll shock in a Temple Garden.
Oh, he's down. He's on the clock.
He is.
Pay 5. Where'd you go? There you are. Shit, I lost it.
Joe.
Privilege.
I was just thinking that.
Oh, God damn it. Draw a card, gain 2.
Gain 2?
Cleric class.
Got every fucking. He keeps saying gain 1. Should he have more life?
Oh, did I say that on the last one?
You've
Did I
been
say
saying gain 1.
Whatever, forget it. It's fine. I
Okay.
probably should, but it's okay.
Can I see cleric class just so I know?
If you would gain life, gain that much plus 1 instead.
Thank you. Alright.
Pay 2 for Ephemera of Enchantress.
Gain 2!
Nope. She's
What
not
do you
she's
know?
She's not an enchantment.
Oh,
so
alright.
this doesn't trick.
Are any of us good at this game?
Okay.
Maybe Snow?
Go ahead, Snow.
Okay.
Do you win?
I do.
Okay.
Untap.
Oh, I see it.
During my upkeep, I have 2 triggers here, which goes 18, 19. I'm going to draw my card. I'm going to activate my commander to
Proliferate, Outlander.
And it's when it has 20 or more, I win.
So it's not on your.
It's
upkeep,
not
you
on
win.
it. Doesn't check at
Yeah,
any
but-
specific time.
That's real dumb.
I would have won so much money. I would have won so much money.
You thought it was a joke.
Yeah. This was, as I sarcastically pointed out, yet another artifact deck build for me. I started with the commander. I knew I wanted to take advantage of the populate mechanic, and I had thought for a while that I was going to build around Azor's Elocutors, and I wanted to populate as many filibuster counters on that thing as I could. And eventually I realized I needed more than just filibuster counters, so I leaned way into charge counters. I've always enjoyed charge counters as a just general mechanic since Mirrodin really went ham with them. So every single artifact, everything that could interact with charge counters in a good way is in this deck. There's some fun cards and a lot of proliferate abilities to go with it. My overall MVP, absolutely the Ratchet Bomb. It was the only thing that kept Nelson from just absolutely destroying me. Even with the board wipe that I had in hand, he would have still had way too many creatures out after the fact. So the combination of 0 charge counters being the correct number and then 5 charge counters being the correct number was my absolute key removal. And then Darksteel Reactor. I never thought that I was going to win with this. I kind of felt bad as the game dragged on because the game needs to drag on for this deck to work. But I do have board wipes. I do have alternate win cons that might slot in before then. I have ways of strategically slowing down the game long enough for me to get the win. So it is a shitty encounter by design. And apparently it was designed well enough that I walked away with this one, or stumbled away from this one. Tej's Mutate deck makes me so happy because his old Mutate deck the commander almost never saw the table. And I don't like when commanders are just there for the colors. I know it can be tough when you're trying to build a specific theme and not find a legendary that goes with it. But having a commander that fits perfectly, goes well with it, and is really good, it makes me happier to see a Tej deck than I normally am. So that is a huge benefit. Nelson's Sithis deck got off to a slow start, and I think if it weren't for that slow start, I would not have had the time I needed to build up all of my charge counters and win the game that way. So I thank him for making poor mulligan decisions at the beginning of the game. It was real good. Beyond that, once he started going, other than his late game getting in his own head, taking too long to just do the same 2 things over and over again and pump out 45 more tokens, he was very cautious, but he played well beyond that. He was even trying to bait out removal, as he told me, between game and interviews, and that was one of the things that I wanted to address. I had decent removal early on that I sat on, I waited, I did not use. And what happened was my opponents eventually dealt with the things that I was going to use my removal on, so I didn't have to. I waited, and I was rewarded for it. The only one that I used was the Lightning Bolt's proliferate ability, but I did that when Chris was tapped out, so that's why I did it on my main phase or on my turn, because I didn't want to have him flash something in or have any responses. So I wanted to eliminate a thing there and just do it when he couldn't respond to it. And without knowing what else was in his hand, with him tapped out, it was my best choice to do an instant at sorcery speed. But beyond that, I feel like I made the right choices when and where I use removal, and I think that was a real growing moment for me. I look forward to using all of my instants and flash creatures at sorcery speed from here on out, though, because I'm usually one and done on growth. So, yeah, that's all I got.
So, after a very long break, I decided to bring Sithis back tonight. A little bit on a whim, a little bit out of, I guess, what I would call necessity, just because there's a few other deck lists I'm working on right now, kind of retooling some old decks that I haven't played in years. Did not have the time over the past week and this weekend to get the lists, everything I needed pulled for them. So I thought, well, let's bring this back. Haven't played it in a really long time, and semi-retired her, and had I not fallen into the trap of... so my opening hand in my first draw was 3 lands, and I don't remember what. Excuse me, sorry, my allergies are killing me. I don't remember what exactly was in my hand, but it was. I think there were 2 5 CMC cards, 1 3 CMC card, and I don't know what the 7th would have been. And I didn't feel like I could really get a lot going. It was going to be a very clunky start. So I mulliganed into a hand that had 2 lands, but it had the Captured by Legax, it had the Authority of the Consuls, and I think I don't want to say I overvalued, because look at how long Authority of the Consuls stuck around. It's a very powerful card if it can stick. Was it worth setting me back 5 to 7 turns? I don't know, because as Schnell alluded to, if Sithis can get going early and just, keep filling her hand, gaining life, drawing cards, playing enchantments, it can be hard to stop. So I don't know if I handicapped myself a bit by keeping a hand that was probably worse than questionable, but I like this deck a lot. Even when it's slow, I think what it demonstrated tonight is how resilient it is. I think a big part of that is how difficult it is to remove enchantments, and this deck runs like 30 some odd enchantments in some way, shape, or form. But, like I said, I think it demonstrated good resiliency. It can rebuild from my board wipes, other people's board wipes. I think I may have gotten a little bit closer to a victory if I could have found like Hallowed Haunting or something that was going to let me keep creating more tokens, more quickly, that then were going to be buffed in certain ways. If you have 7 or more enchantments, I think all your spirits then get flying and vigilance, if I recall what the card does exactly. And then the spirits it creates are power and toughness are equal to the number of spirits on the board. So that's a way that deck looks to go wide and then up and try to win. Just wasn't in the cards, but it's still a really fun deck to pilot. It does feel a little bit unfair at times, but tonight did not feel like one of those times. This felt like an extremely evenly matched game all the way around. I couldn't believe the fact that Chris pulled that deck out of 1 box of Tarkir and the thing just fucking hummed. It was unbelievable. He built a fantastic deck. A lot of that obviously has to do with the card pool he was lucky to pull, but I think he found a lot of things that fit together really well in an extremely small sample size to be able to build something that just clicked like it did. The Tejas Mutate deck, holy cow, you slap a new commander on that thing and it's like a whole new deck. That thing was unbelievable. His new commander is really cool. It does cool stuff. It puts stuff in the graveyard. It gets lands back out. It does all kinds of neat stuff. I was trying to figure out early to mid game what I was going to do to get around his stuff. I'm trying to think of what's the enchantment that turns all your opponent's shit to like it removes everything from their cards. Everything's like a base power and toughness 1/1.
Sudden spoiling?
No, it's the thing from the Hour of Devastation.
Yeah,
the Amonkhet thing. Whatever. That one, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna have to try to find
Overwhelming Splendor.
Thank you, Overwhelming Splendor. Try to dig for that to try to stop Teach. I wasn't sure, and then it was just a matter of trying to race Schnell. And by the time I had an answer that was really going to stick, so the Reclamation Sage obviously would not hit his, was it Darksteel Relic? Is that what it was, right? Darksteel Relic.
Reactor.
Reactor, thank you. I knew I was off. It wasn't going to hit the Reactor because it's indestructible, so I had to find something else. By the time I had an answer, maybe what I should have done was left the Ratchet Bomb alone, knowing that I did have some ways I could try to rebuild and try to get rid of the Reactor instead. But I didn't do that, so that may have been a misplay. I'm not too sure what that would have had Schnell do. It would be interesting to see how the game would have played out had I not targeted the Ratchet Bomb and I tried to get rid of the Relic instead. I should have been smarter about the fact that the thing really keeping with my life total as high as it was, the thing really keeping me on a clock at that point was the Reactor. And I think I misplayed by trying to force him to use the Ratchet Bomb, thinking I could quickly rebuild. And then, he blast zoned, and I lost anything that was giving me value as far as creature tokens were concerned, because by that point Tej had also already taken out my Felidar retreat, which would have stuck around and would have been really nice with that exploration, because that Felidar retreat is a 4 CMC, not a 5. So a lot of what ifs, but I think the biggest question I have for myself would have been how would it have played out instead if you had targeted the reactor with the Conclave
Tribunal.
Thank you, Conclave Tribunal, to try to exile that rather than the Ratchet Bomb. So, live and learn. You're not always going to play perfect. I feel like I played pretty well. I feel like everybody played well. This was just a really, really, really good game. It was a ton of fun to play, a lot of swings, and I had a blast, and that's why we played this game.
I was incredibly happy with how this booster box deck ran. As I was going through it and pulling cards for it, I could tell that I had tons of ramp, tons of fixing, so casting these spells would not be an issue. What did turn out to be an issue was any kind of board wipes or single target removal. I was very, very light on that, and as the game progressed, it became more and more relevant. In terms of an MVP for this game, Nature's Rhythm was a fantastic card. I know that people have been comparing it unfavorably to other things like Green Sun Zenith, and it's not as powerful, but the fact that it has Harmonize and lets you do it twice, I think makes up some of that ground. And this being able to go and pull Craterhoof out of my deck was, I think, a very surprising play. I don't think anybody at the table saw that coming, and that was by design. I had the Teamer Saga out, so everybody could see that in 2 turns, I had a decent board, and all of my creatures were going to have doubled power and toughness on that turn. And when players see something like that on the horizon, they tend to kind of gauge it. Okay, I have X turns to get in a position to be able to deal with that, or I have a turn to set up, or what have you. And I wanted to use that to my advantage and say, okay, if I Craterhoof a turn early, nobody's seeing it coming, nobody's ready. And I thought I could surprise one player out of the game and then potentially take a second player out on the turn when Chapter 3 went off on the Saga, doubling all of my creatures' powers and toughness. But I did have a plan C in case somebody did deal with the onboard threat of the Saga, and that was to use the Harmonize ability of Nature's Rhythm to go pull out another card in my deck, and that was the Stormscale Scion. This is a dragon with Storm, and all of the dragons give all your other dragons +1/+1. And I'm ashamed of myself. I have not played enough Constructed Magic in the last 5 years. My favorite deck in Modern is Storm, and I forgot how Storm worked, and it put me in a very, very hard position to get out of at that point. I played a few cantrips in my hand, thinking that I could go get the Storm Dragon, get a handful of dragons. I forgot it's a cast trigger, and the Harmonize does not cast the dragon, so I would have just gotten a 4/4 out of it. And I was so deflated by that at that point that I just knew I was out of the game at that point. But other than that, I was incredibly happy with how this deck ran. Other than that kind of dumb play, I knew it was a really good limited deck, sealed deck, and it performed that way. Nelson Sith's deck is just gross. The thing is, if you do not have mass enchantment removal, Tranquility, Farewell, Austere Command, Cleansing Nova, something like that, you just cannot 1-for-1 that deck into submission. You have to have some kind of mass board wipes, or it just incrementally builds, faster. It's 2 steps forward, 1 back. He's always gaining advantage, and that just makes it easier and faster for him to build back even if you do manage to like remove a piece. And to be fair, if Schnell did not get those 20 counters on there, I don't know if it would have gone his way. Nelson's deck just builds so much faster than what we were able to handle. The Ratchet Bomb was a great reprieve, but it would not have taken him long to build back afterwards. That was just fantastic timing on Schnell's part. He put together a fantastic deck, and he doled out responses and pieces of removal at just the right pace to time out that victory with his 20 charge counters. It was masterful. To other people's point, Tej's change and Commander. Like Nelson said, it's incredible what that change can do to a deck list. And I'll be upfront, I saw that dragon, I read it. I was really, really impressed with how his commander performed. Something I didn't think of much until I was watching his deck run is the difference in templating with a lot of current creatures. Attack triggers versus whenever this deals combat damage is huge. I remember when they started making the change from when this enters the battlefield versus when cast triggers versus ETB triggers. It's just a world of difference, and it makes cards so much more viable. And his commander is just fantastic. I loved it. I do feel bad in retrospect that I took him out when I did. I did have plans for the game to not go so long. They just didn't materialize. I know that is of no consolation to him, and he'll be waiting for me in the parking lot.
We are going to address the 5/5 elephant in the room immediately. Christopher?
Yes, sir.
You promised me all your Dragon Shadow full art lands, you son of a bitch. Mm-hmm. And they were there on your battlefield, and that's why I hated you.
I pulled those after I
don't care.
The last.
I hate you.
That
no,
was
I'm kidding. That was the that was why I was like, I'm gonna gun for you now. That's because I just saw one on the battlefield. That was it. Hope you feel good about taking me out of the game.
Feel less bad about it.
Oh, what a game! Let's start with Tevel the Balanced Scale. As Schnell said in his interview, and I feel the same way, I'm not a fan of pulling a commander just because of the colors it provides. I want my commander to do something with the deck. The reason I had Vorosh as the head of my Mutate deck is, very long story short, I fell in love with the Mutate mechanic when Ikoria came out. They had a Mutate Precon. It was black, green, blue. The only black, green, blue dragon commander at the time was Vorosh. I like my commanders to be dragons. So if I want to play a Mutate deck and update the Mutate Precon, my only option is Vorosh. Vorosh is 6 mana to play. Vorosh has an ability where I have to put 3 mana into it to only put 3+1/+1 counters on it. It has absolutely no synergy with the Mutate mechanic. But the only reason Vorosh was the commander was because of the colors. Fast forward however many years it's been since Ikoria came out, we have Tevel the Balanced Scale. Tevel costs 4 mana, not 6. And the way I've curated this Mutate deck over the years is I want my non-mutate creatures to be as small mana value as possible, and 4 is a big difference between 6. Tevel can be the commander. Tevel has no ability where I need to pump more mana into it, which means I can save my mana for more mutate things. Tevel doesn't inherently have any synergy with mutate mechanics, but it has triggered abilities that are incidentally great with my deck. Let's look at the first one. When it attacks, mill 3 cards, then I can return a land card from my graveyard to the battlefield tapped. I'm just getting more lands. I'm going to mill 3 cards. Most likely there's going to be a land in it. I can pull the land out, put it on the battlefield tapped. The land that I recurred more often than not tonight was the Riveteer's Outlook. When I started putting the changes to this deck together, all of my decks have some sort of small fetched land package. I switched the package of fetch lands from whatever they used to be, the panoramas, which is usually my go-to, to the fetch lands from New Capenna, because they don't need to tap to activate. They just have a triggered ability when they enter the battlefield, sacrifice them. So it doesn't matter that Tevel is putting them on the battlefield tapped. They're going to enter the battlefield tapped. I sacrifice it to go get my basic land for my deck, also on the battlefield tapped. Yes, I could pull a basic land from my graveyard onto the battlefield, and I can do that if I need to, but having these fetches from New Capenna thins the deck. As I know that doesn't really mean much in the grand scheme of things, but it impacts it a non-0%. The shuffling, if I know what's on top of my library, could matter. There are 5 of these fetch lands. 4 of them are in the deck because one of them gets only gets, I think, forests. I think one of them gets mountains, plains, and forests, and I don't want one that limits me to forests. The other 4 get me one of the 2 basic lands that I need, which is why they're in there. Really happy to pull one out in the debut of the Tevel game. It did a lot of work. It was never a dead card. I was always getting something out of my library. It was unfortunate that Riveteer's Outlook doesn't get me an island, because I could have used a second blue source earlier in the game, but what have you. The other ability that Tevel has is whenever 1 or more cards leave my graveyard, I get a 2/2 zombie druid token. Get that back. There it is. This works. This is also incidental value. Pulling the land out of the graveyard for Tevel gets me a token. I've got more than 1 card in the deck that will pull things out of the graveyard. That's going to get me a token. The token is a zombie druid. A zombie druid is not a human. I can mutate onto the token if I need to, which is another benefit that Tevel has that Vorash doesn't. If the game is not going my way with the cards I put in the deck, I, at the very least, am getting a creature that I can, mutate onto, and that's furthering the plan of the mutate deck, which is mutating onto things. So overall, in the 1 game that I've played, Tevel has proven to be a much better commander for this mutate deck. I am so happy with the performance it had tonight. And I can't wait to play this deck more. This is a deck that I've been working on for years and years and years. I knew it's never going to be a good deck, quote unquote, but it is better today, this 1 game, than it has ever been before. And that's not even counting the changes that I've made since the last time I played it. That's just based on the commander itself. So Tevel, welcome. Welcome to my deck box. You are a great addition. Vorash, no offense, get the fuck out. Some things that we... a new card in the deck. Well, let's start here. Haunted Fengraf is a new card that is in the deck. I can pay 3, tap it, sacrifice it to return a creature card at random from my graveyard to my hand. A new addition to the deck. Again, this works with Tevel, because Tevel, I can sacrifice this to get a creature from my graveyard to my hand, which will trigger Tevel and get me a 2/2 zombie token. And then Tevel can attack, and then I can return the Fengraf to the battlefield, which will also get me a token. And then on a later turn, I can activate the Fengraf again to get another creature out of my graveyard. Just seems like it works really, really well with this commander in a way that Vorash never had options for. And then just another addition to the deck that popped its head up is the Homunculus Horde. And this is going to bring me into one more thing that my interview is going to be long tonight. Homunculus Horde is great. I was aware of this card. Chris played it a few games ago to great effect. Homunculus Horde, whenever I draw my 2nd card each turn, I create a token that's a copy of it. If I mutate onto Homunculus Horde, the copy that I create is going to have all of the abilities that are on this Homunculus Horde.
So the more I mutate on it and then draw a second card, then I'm going to have 2 of them, and then I'm going to have 4 of them, and it's just exponential from there. And the more homunculus hordes that I have, the more mutate targets I have that I can put onto other things if this one goes away. It's just incremental value whenever I draw more than 1 card a turn. Homunculus Horde is a great addition to the deck. I didn't mutate onto it at all. I threw it out there honestly as as bait for any removal spells because I was not in a position where I was going to get this thing going. But the deck, in addition to mutating, the main thing I want to do with this deck is copying things. That was what drew me to the mechanic in the first place. Is the more copies of things that I can make, the better each of my mutate spells is going to be. Homunculus Horde. Great new card from Foundations that I threw in the deck. And then just to throw attention to a rules thing, because Chris was questioning it, and I thought I explained it, and maybe I didn't explain it very well. Malakir Rebirth. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. If I target a merged permanent that has more than 1 card in a pile that equals 1 creature, and I play Malakir Rebirth on it, when it dies, every card in the stack in the merged permanent is going to come back to the battlefield. It's just they're not going to be merged anymore because they're all separate cards. They're each going to come back individually. So I played Malakir Rebirth on 1 merged permanent in response to a board wipe, because in the end that was going to get me 3 creatures out, which is more creatures than anybody else had after the board wipe. So mutate gets kind of wonky at times with copying, which is why I like the mechanic. With merge permanents leaving and coming back, which is why I like the mechanic. Mutate has a lot of rules interactions, which is why I fell in love with it way back when. So great game from the mutate deck overall. Schnell once again came to the table with an artifact deck, and it functions differently than every other artifact deck that he has. This one was focused on charge counters, which I don't think he said at the very top of the game, but what I picked up on very early.
I'm smarter than the rest of you.
Yes, you are. Once again, another great performance from Schnell. I flicked through his deck, and just looking at the cards, he's a genius at picking a mechanic and then just building around the mechanic. Schnell has a very good eye for picking up on mechanics as opposed to me, for example, where I pick on a mechanic and instead of building around the entire mechanic, I think of everything that I know that could synergize with that mechanic instead of just building around that mechanic as a whole. So Schnell runs a lot of cards that I don't pay any attention to, and he runs them with tremendous success. And it's always a pleasure to see a brand new Schnell deck. Chris, he came to the table with a box league, and I was very impressed with his deck. He limited himself to what he opened in his Tarkir box, so not necessarily a true Chris deck in the sense of him building a deck from scratch, but it demonstrates his ability as a deck builder, just limiting himself to the pool that he opened from a box, and it was very synergistic, and it was very consistent, and I was very impressed with it. 2 of the same card in his EDH deck, notwithstanding when it comes to consistency, but what have you. We all make mistakes. I did not enjoy when he took me out of the game. I feel like I've made a name for myself as if we don't take Tej out right now, he's going to walk away with the game. And at certain points when it comes to threat assessment, it's do we leave Tej in the game for what he might be able to do? No, let's gig him out and then just see what happens. And I kind of feel like that's what happened tonight. Not that I'm upset about that at all, but I feel like if he had directed his attention to Nelson, who had a really high life total, and then we all just kind of went at Nelson when we could have, the game would have turned
a lot differently than it did. And I realized saying that out loud, that's a stupid thing to say, because if we directed our attention at anyone who wasn't me, the game would have turned out differently than it did. So I know it's a stupid thing to say and not something I'm honestly unhappy about. It's the way it goes, and I enjoy every single game, no matter how early I get taken out. Playing with my friends is the best thing, and watching how games turn out is just great, in my opinion. Nelson coming in with Sithis. Sithis is one of his decks where we see it flip up. We know it's a threat. We really need to take that threat seriously. His Sithis deck is very similar to my Amareth enchantment deck. A lot of the same cards. Mine just has some blue in it, whereas Nelson's does not. He got out to a very slow start this game, and his Authority of the Consuls, is that what it's called? Mm-hmm. Authority of the Consuls didn't concern me as much as it concerned Schnell and Chris, because my goal was to mutate onto creatures I already had, and that's not going to tap the creature that I put mutate on. So in my head, I'm thinking, if I draw my mutate cards and I just keep building up a creature, the authority isn't going to slow me down, and then I can just go after whoever needs going after. So that wasn't my concern. The Collector Oof was a great thing to keep his treasures under control. I was already planning on playing that out again before Schnell brought up that it would turn off the treasures. I also had an answer for that Smothering Tithe, which I used, but I was waiting for a point where it was going to be relevant, or along those lines of it affecting me. So I always had my eye on Nelson, slow start Nelson, just keeping him under check, and then worrying mostly about Schnell, because Schnell built a deck from scratch, and then Chris, in my mind, slightly less of a threat because his pool was severely limited to just what he opened up. So just threat assessment wise, Nelson wasn't doing anything at the time. Schnell had a deck that could have included anything. Chris had a deck that included only things from Tarkir, so that was where my threat assessment went. Overall, what a great game. Everyone was doing stuff at a certain point, including me. Even though I got taken out super early, I was not unhappy with anything that I saw from my own deck this game. Tevil is a great addition to this mutate deck. Overall, it was a blast. I'm very happy with everything that turned out. If you are happy with everything that turned out tonight watching this video, why don't you go ahead and ring that little bell, ding ding, on the YouTube channel. Don't fix it in post. This is Schnell's fault. He let me go last.
I told you there are no bells. Just fucking
Like and subscribe.
Ding ding, motherfuckers!